Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Oh my goodness. They've let us out of the cage. On location, baby. What an afternoon and evening this is going to be. The Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. 3 to 6 p.m. today here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We are live from the Belle in Scona. Great spot here. We did the show here last year, and we're leading into the Kids Sport Bids for Kids event presented by GS Construction. So if you want to drop by, now it is a ticketed event tonight.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean you can't come by here and have a bite or have a pint or say hello to us. The Belle in Scona, 10416 80th Avenue. Probably a lot of people already know where it is. And if for some reason you don't, probably if we just say it was the B-Bell Bakery for a long time. That's
B-Bell Bakery, yeah.
We're right across. What is? I don't even know what this mall is called. It's this strip mall with the Royal Pizza.
Yeah, maybe it's Royal Pizza.
This is one of those things where it's like you feel like you don't need the address. You just know where it is.
You just know where it is.
By this. This is like a block from the old Blockbuster.
Really? Where was the old Blockbuster?
Just over there. It was in that building where the Orange Theory is, and I think there might be a Chinese takeout place or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, every time we do a show from down here, it always brings back White Ave memories, right?
Right.
I mean, it's just happens naturally. But, yeah, we've got little secret. The brewmaster's brewing some brew behind us live.
It smells very beery in here.
It smells hoppy.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. He's actually working on an IPA today.
It's probably what a brewery should smell like in all reality.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a great spot. The Belle in Scona. So we're here in the restaurant area, really. And then after the show, we're going to go upstairs for the Bids for Kids event. And it's a fundraiser for Kids Sport. There's a silent auction. Now you can bid online, or if you're here, you can bid while you're there. I was walking through some of the stuff today. There's a rounds of golf at the ranch with our buddy Murray McCourt.
Oh, of course.
There's some tickets to Canada Uzbekistan that's coming up. That's that World Cup tune-up game. Eh? That's where they're going to make sure that all the spark plugs are in the right place. And there was the tickets to Guns N' Roses. Aren't they coming here later this year?
GNR will be here.
GNR will be here.
AC/DC?
Are there AC/DC tickets up there too?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying who's coming.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
There might be. But you can go over to kidsportbidsforkids.com. And if you scroll down, there'll be ways to support. There's a silent auction, 50-50, prize raffle, all the good stuff. Right? And the prize raffle, just, is a 2-night stay at the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge.
Oh, I've heard that's a nice place.
I've heard it's very bougie.
Yeah. So that's cool. So it's incredible. What's the website again?
Kidsportbids, then the number 4 kids.com.
Okay.
If you just Google Kids Sport Bids for Kids, it'll come up first one you see, you just click it.
Yeah, and those on YouTube, it's the top link in the YouTube description down below in this live stream.
Oh, look at you go,
That's Zachary Kubish back at the technical desk at
voice
the
in
Edmonton
my
Sports
ear.
Talk Global headquarters. So we're off and running here. This is going to be a great event. And it's streaming tonight. I think Iwannik's setting up.
It will be streaming live.
Because we're going to have a bit of a hot stove and there'll be some speeches and presentations and stuff about kids. There was a speech last year, remember, from the athlete who had benefited from Kids Sport. That was just very emotional. So very, very cool stuff. But there will be a bit of a, what do we call that? A hot stove. We're going to heat it. We're going to heat it up. So it's me. For some reason, I'm part of it.
Oh, don't say
Dustin
you know
Nielsen.
exactly why you're there.
Dustin Nielsen, who's
you're the sex appeal.
Well, thank you. Yes. Neither the brains nor the brawn. I'm the raw sex appeal.
There you go,
I'm
baby.
bringing the raw heat.
Yeah, you are.
David Lee Roth took one look at me. You know what he said?
What did he say?
He said, Reid, I can barely see the road from the heat coming off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said. So 2 guys from EST. Mark Connolly, longtime CBC host. I think he's left CBC, but he's still very active doing emceeing and being involved in the community. He'll be there. He's awesome. And another young man by the name of Gene Principe.
Oh, heard of him.
There. Yeah, Gene's incredible.
Gene's, yeah. I mean, that's a great, I guess, if you want to wonder why this hot stove was put together, I think that's a good sampling of sports media, sports broadcasters from Edmonton, past, now. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good sampling. So I'm sure the stories will be excellent.
I hope so. I don't know if I have any good stories.
Oh, you do. You do.
See, but like thinking about them in advance freaks me out. In this format,
don't worry about it,
in this
baby.
format, they just come to me
Off the cuff.
Yeah, it could be off the cuff.
That's what the people
maybe
wanna
someone
hear.
will say, Reid, can you just do voices for the next 10 minutes? Then I'll be fine.
Tell a bookbinder story. Principe will look at you like, has he been having too many brews?
Gene probably doesn't really know much about the bookbinder with his schedule and everything.
He's a busy guy.
So, we're going to have a great day here. We will, of course, talk a lot about the Edmonton Oilers, the game last night against the Avalanche, and what could happen over the next few days in terms of their playoff positioning. Of course, they are in a playoff spot. LA has made it. Where could the Oilers finish? First, second, third, or fourth? I still think it's unlikely they fall down to fourth because all they have to do is beat Vancouver. Even if everybody else, I think that's a relatively safe proposition.
That's exactly why you would pause. All they have to do, Reid, is beat the worst team in the NHL.
Yes, which they should be able to do.
They should do that. I mean, it's not like their captain's going for any sort of a milestone tomorrow night. So it's not like Connor McDavid's not playing for any reason. Of course he is. I asked you this the first thing I saw you today. Is Connor going to go for it tomorrow? Not that he doesn't choose his weather, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a last game of the regular season. Obviously, it still means something. But with 2 goals tomorrow night, Connor McDavid can again get to 50 goals.
Right.
I think watch out. Let's just say there might be some parlays and props spread around over at playalberta.ca tomorrow in regards to Connor McDavid.
Thursday's game.
Sorry, Thursday.
I know what you meant though.
You know what I mean.
But just so people weren't thinking like, what?
What?
But we'll look at the remaining schedule and some other things that could happen. Two important games. I'll talk about these right now. I know Coop's been mentioning them tonight. Ducks at Wild and Kings at Canucks. So if Vancouver were to win that game in regulation, then the Oilers are in the top 3, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a big game. Obviously, there'll be some scoreboard watching, which it pretty much has been every time there's been a game on this week.
Yeah.
Or in the past week.
Yeah, it's a fun time. And next year, we'll even have more extra games. We're going to go to 84. This time next year, when they get to 81 games, the season will be nowhere near over.
Nowhere.
LA can't finish first. If they had 4 games left, which they will at this time last year, they still could finish first. So anyway, we'll talk about that. I do think there are a lot of storylines out of last night's game, and some very positive things. Well, we'll touch on it quickly here. Connor Ingram was exceptional, I thought.
Connor Ingram and his goalposts were exceptional.
Okay.
No, honestly, it was amazing.
Well, you don't have to agree with me about the goalposts.
I'm just saying. I mean, that power play in overtime, the 4-on-3, that must have been frustrating for the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, sure. Well, Landeskog should score from the 2-foot line.
He probably should.
Why is that the Oilers' fault that he missed?
No, obviously it's not their fault. I'm just saying, hey, he covered all the areas of the net he needed to, I guess, right?
Well, exactly.
But he's been playing playoff hockey for a little while now, Reid. Wouldn't you say, Connor Ingram?
Well, I think he's just been playing very good. He does. There's not a lot of holes in him. He doesn't let in soft ones. He really doesn't even let in a lot of questionable ones. I mean, even the games he's let in 4 or 5, it's kind of been like, well, okay, there are pucks will go in. I mean, other guys are going to make good shots. I saw somebody post in the chat earlier today. It's like, well, he sure gets beat over the glove. Does he get beat over the glove more than any other goalie? Like, that's a place you shoot on goalies. I don't know if he has a weak glove. I think he's cleaned up a lot of things with his glove hand.
Well, and the one that got by him last night was a complete letdown defensively for the Oilers.
Yeah.
Whether it was a miscommunication, but Vasily Podkolzin, Evan Bouchard. Not sure exactly who you want to throw the blame at there, but that was just a grade A shot.
Scoring stuff
chance,
happens.
And a grade A shot, Reid.
Yes.
If that was reversed, like you've done this several times. If that was reversed and that happened at the other end of the ice,
right,
you'd be applauding whichever Oiler scored it and saying, what a shot.
Yeah.
Quick off the stick, upstairs, goalie had no chance. So, I don't think there's many negatives you can take away from either goaltender. Last night, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been two well goaltended games in a row at both ends of the ice. My thing with the goalpost is, I don't know. I get why it's mentioned. I get that a goalpost is an exciting play because usually the puck has gotten past the goaltender. Mm-hmm. But I guess now maybe it's the way I'm reading it, but sometimes I feel as if someone will say, well, the Oilers got the game into overtime, but the Avs hit 3 posts, where it's like, well, really the Oilers lost. Like, really, you have to treat the Oilers like they lost the game, whereas they didn't. You got it's the job of the offensive team to put the puck inside the goalpost and the crossbar. And if they miss a shot, or if the goaltender didn't give them much else to shoot at, then the post is just an exciting miss. Like, if you ever have an opposing kicker hit the uprights in a game in which you were playing?
Yes.
Did you go over to the other team's bench and say, hey, you know what, guys? We won't count it, but if it ends in a tie, you guys will win, because usually that would have been 3 points.
Right.
Like, you wouldn't do that.
I understand.
It's gotta go in.
I understand what you're saying. And here's something I'll even add on. When you have Nathan MacKinnon on that 4-on-3 overtime power play, bearing down on Connor Ingram, and he shoots it off the post and out of play, I think that's a credit to Connor Ingram to suggest that Nathan MacKinnon knew he had to pick the ultimate corner in order to beat this goaltender.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? So I'm not saying it's they should have lost. Like, that's not my.
Yeah, you got to put the puck in.
You got to score.
I mean, when the gold medal game was 1-1 going to overtime, the States didn't say, hey, you know what? Nate had that open net. we know that he's going to score on that 90% of the time. Right. So, you know what, Canada, congratulations on your gold.
They sure did.
Like, you got to finish. You got to finish. You miss a 2-foot putt? Too bad.
So be it.
So what if you would usually make it? It didn't go in. So I think Ingram's playing really well. But we'll talk about that. We'll have some comments from Ingram and from Knobloch and from Matthias Ekholm, who always has thoughtful things to say when we get to the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. We do have the Blue Jays back at it. They're starting, at 5:40? So we'll have just the beginning of that game for the tail end of our show. If you would like to get in touch, please do so. Do you have the text, or are you getting the text open? You're such a good guy. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino. You can check out the River Cree mobile app. It's free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it's easy to use. rivercreeresort.com. You can email j@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. We would like, we love getting limericks. Now, you can write a limerick about whatever you want, but sometimes to help people, we maybe steer them a little bit. I'm going to say we want your White Ave themed limericks.
Yes.
Is that what you were hoping for?
Yes.
White Ave themed limericks.
Lean into it.
That can be anything White Ave related.
Oh, yeah.
Current establishments, past establishments.
Look,
memories, festivals, traffic, whatever.
I know the capabilities of our listeners.
They're incredible.
And I'm waiting. This will come in of a limerick with 4 out of the 5 lines, 3 out of the 5 lines with the names of bars.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's going to do that.
Right? What rhymes with Squires? That's the big question.
Oh, I wonder if I could do one right now. There was once a pub called Squires, full of honest men, nary any liars. Milne had a pint. What rhymes with pint? Milne had some ale. Pass coverage wouldn't fail. Then at the Funky Pickle, they had what rhymes? What were we rhyming with? Squires. What pizza topping rhymes with Squires?
Reid Wilkins loves to read Esquire.
There. That's a good nonsense ending.
Yeah, like
so that would be an awesome album cover. Like if you and I did an album you're in line at a pizza joint, and I'm just in a chair with my head down, one foot up on my knee, reading a magazine, reading Esquire.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then have that photograph turned into a painting.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be a mess. Dave the Welder says this, Reid, and you're going to like this. I had a goalie coach tell me once that shots that miss the net and hit posts means you are playing good positionally.
Yes, I agree.
Right. That came in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Send us your thoughts and limericks.
And you know I've brought this up before. Like a lot of time in hockey, we talk about, well, this guy made a mistake. This guy made a mistake. Those usually involve mistakes in the defensive end or that lead to chances against, right? Oh, well, this defenseman covered the wrong guy.
Sure.
Oh, well, this forward didn't put the puck up the wall. He put it in the middle of the ice. Well, this guy didn't clear the rebound. Players on the attack make mistakes too. Mm-hmm. Again, the McKinnon, I hate to keep bringing this up. It's a bad memory for Canadian hockey fans. The McKinnon 90% of the net to shoot at in the gold medal game hit the side of the net. That's a mistake.
Yeah.
It cost a goal. But I mean, sometimes we have to say, I feel my view of it is there are mistakes in all zones. And sometimes offensive players make mistakes, and failing to finish a grade A chance or even get a shot on net is a mistake.
Yeah.
So you live with it. It's part of the game.
Well, technically you can't say, oh, that was bad luck. No, because you didn't score.
Right.
You missed the net when you hit a post.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Like the Landeskog play, he should have tapped it in. Okay, so should we give Colorado the game as a result? I think not.
Well, part of me bringing it up was just to get that reaction.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, so those are the limericks, the emails. If you're streaming us today, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, thanks for using those apps. Maybe you're on YouTube, which we appreciate as well. If you're on the Edmonton Sports Talk YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're pushing for 15,000 subscribers, which will be another great milestone. And click the thumbs up button also on the YouTube stream.
Click, click, click.
Oh, there it is.
Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Dum, dum, dum.
It's got a little more, it sounded a little deeper today.
Deeper, yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
I think Mutt Lang mixed it overnight. He put like a bunch of backing tracks on it. Yeah. All right. So what was I doing? Oh, yeah. 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino. Well, you know what? It's not what I'm doing. It's what one of our colleagues has to do.
Uh-oh.
We got to get to the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Well, the locals might finally have a brick wall in net. Cool Hand Connor gobbles up biscuits the way Coop the Corgi gobbles up potato chips. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a hungry dog in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? It'll be the Habs and the Bolts in the first round. Suzuki? Sorelli? Just give me a radish. Nothing like spending the afternoon on White Ave, but my brother-in-law won't come near the place. His loan shark runs the Purple Onion. I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh, man. Dynamite.
You like that radish one maybe more than I thought you would. You got it right away. You got it right away.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was really well done, Chet. Coop the Corgi does gobble up potato chips. If they hit the ground, good luck.
Yeah, vacuum time.
He's in there like a what?
He's like a dog on a chip.
Dog on a chip. And where is the Purple Onion from here?
Right there.
Was that it right there?
No, it's one down. Wasn't it on 8? Because it's now, was that a Hudson's or a pint? I can't even remember.
Oh, yeah. Right. So that's just right.
That's the back. I don't think that's, or is that the back? No, that
is
right.
It's right there. It's that one.
Was it 81st? Is it that way?
81st.
Okay, sorry.
The Purple Onion. Power
Oh, so
hour.
it's up there. Okay.
Do you remember Power Hour at the Purple Onion?
I do not.
Surely after a shift over at Ched, you ought to, the odd time hop
At
over.
Ched went to the Purple Onion?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Purple Onion was still open. When did the PO close?
Well, I wish we had a way of figuring it out.
I'm sure there's a former Purple Onion employee in the chat.
Or aficionado. Look, it auto-filled for me, so.
Anybody within Edmonton, as soon as you type PU, it's like, oh, they're looking up the Purple Onion.
It doesn't say when it was. It just says it was listed closed as of April 2026.
What was the exact address?
The exact address was 8032 104th.
Oh, yeah. So this was. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, because north of 80th would have been up that way. Yeah, okay.
What a time.
Wasn't there something else here? Or is this the cheesecake restaurant here? Or used to be? Like I'm flashing back like so I'm like an episode of Lost. Am I in the present or am I flashing back 30 years?
Somebody on this Reddit thread, they said they worked at the Purple Onion for 9 months in 2005, 2006. It couldn't have been around much longer after that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think when I was at Ched it was ever open. Nor would it's not like Bob Layton was like, so Reid, we're once you wrap up your shift, let's head to the Purple Onion. Half-priced highballs, you know.
Jeez, you really caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for Bob Layton this early in the show. You do have a good...
So Artemis 2 is circling the moon. Maybe they can worry about the potholes on Jasper before they worry about the craters on the moon. I'm Bob Layton. That's something he would complain about.
We should... do you think Bob Layton would ever come on the show? And why? Like, just stories.
I don't know if he would or not. I mean, it's not like Bob and I were close. I mean, he worked there. I was mostly in sports. Mm-hmm. And then he retired while I was there. I mean, if I got in touch with him, I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from me. Well, he does have a book or two out there, so maybe he'd want to,
say we but he's a part of the fabric of talk radio in Edmonton.
Oh, absolutely,
right? Like you do that voice, everybody that's listening or watching knows and has a good chuckle because it was great.
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody has their own Bob Layton voice. It's actually not that difficult a voice to do.
Right,
like you just got to you have to more get the cadence down.
Yeah.
So once, like we do the little Instagram videos sometimes. Once saw it when he had his book out. Somebody and they put it on Instagram. They filmed me reading a part of the book. Oh. But it was just, instead of picking like some big news thing, it was just like how he had a mechanic that he liked or something. And it was like, whenever I needed my oil changed, I knew Dale down the block would get it done in a hurry. I'd drop off my car and I'd say, Dale, I need this done by 3 p.m. He'd say, sure thing, Mr. Layton. Like it was just some mundane that I was reading.
And then finish it with
I think it was funny only to me, as many of the things I do are. All right,
maybe Bob Layton will come up in the hot stove later.
It'd be great if he heard that and then he just showed up.
Yeah,
and he gave me a cease and desist to stop using his voice.
Said, I'm Bob Layton.
You're not. That's all the sheet of paper says.
Oh my goodness!
All right, that was Chet Palmer for the afternoon headlines for 100.3. The Oilers off today. I expect they'll practice tomorrow. Game on Thursday against the Vancouver Canucks. So that'll be 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. So on that day, we'll have all our usual programming. Plus, Tom Gazzola's GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show from 6 to 7. And then they'll be on after the game as well. And by then, we'll probably know the Oilers' playoff opponent. I don't know if we'll get the schedule Thursday night, maybe Friday morning. It'd be nice to get it Thursday night, but I guess we'll see. Yeah. We never know. Our off-topic topic is provided by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. So we're in the Belle on Scona, great establishment here, White Ave, Old Strathcona. And as Jay was saying, most people, I'm sure a lot of people listening, have a White Ave memory of something. So we would like you, for our off-topic topic, to name a pub after an EST employee. Name a pub after an EST employee.
I was thinking about this, Reid, and I'm not going to I'm not starting a new pub. I'm simply reincarnating one that was on White Ave because it works so well with Lieutenant Eric. And there was a pub on White Ave called The Walkabout.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, how perfect would that be for Eric? The guy walks everywhere. He might walk here tonight.
He might.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
And then just get here,
Turn around and
have
go
a
back.
pint, and he's gone.
Won't even talk to anybody.
Nope. You just need to
He'll
get
see
in
us and act surprised. Like, is it EST event? I didn't know that.
he would.
So I have 3 to get going here.
Okay.
And maybe get people's brains tickled. So a pretty simple one here. Dusty's Dive. You know, I like the alliteration. And I don't think, I think if Dusty had a pub, I don't think it would be a dive per se, but I think it would be pretty nuts and bolts. Like it would just be nice. Like just, you know, wood tables, wood chairs, you know, a very basic menu, some very basic beers. Maybe he'd have a couple adventurous menu items just for people who didn't match his palate.
I don't think he would,
but
because that wouldn't be true to him.
Yeah, I guess.
It would
but
be
it'd be
simple.
like
it'd be meatball subs and chicken tenders.
and chicken tenders, like
don't
would there
like
be
it,
nachos
go
even
somewhere
or
else.
something like that.
Plain, just cheese, melted cheese on top of nachos.
Right,
That's it.
yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, and some nice local beers, and 6 o'clock or lockers, and then that'd be Dusty's Dive.
Probably have it catered by Royal Pizza every Friday night.
And then and then my other one is quite simple as well. It would just be a pub called the Coob.
I like that.
After Zachary Kubish, and because you know it would just sound cool. Like, hey, you want to meet at the Coob?
Right.
Yeah. What'd you do Saturday? Oh, I wound up at the Coob. You know, it's just the Coob.
Yeah.
And could we go ahead, Coop?
Oh, I was going to say cottage cheese on special every day
Oh,
Yeah, on tap.
cottage cheese shots.
in vats.
Shots.
All right, everybody, bottoms up.
That's
Beer and cottage cheese. What
really
are we doing?
good. Coop.
Ugh.
Well, you could have schnitzel and sausages. You could make it kind of a little bit German.
Yeah, a little
you
bit
know,
more
or
normal.
heritage.
Right.
I got one too. The Silky Wilkie,
Oh wow! Thank
like
you.
a bougie place as well. Like a cocktail lounge, maybe a whiskey bar.
Ooh, I like that. Silk shirts.
I
only.
like that.
The only
Oh yeah,
shirt,
but it'd be a bit of a dress code. Yeah.
silk shirts
Or
only.
Def Leppard concert
Or
shirts.
Def Leppard
It's
concert
either
shirts.
one or the other.
Yes. I had one as well. This would be more of a date night. It wouldn't necessarily be a pub, but it would be like a date night. And as the evening wore on, it would get more dimly lit, and the jazz music would be turned up.
Oh, I like this.
But you'd get there first, and it's walk with walk. So it'd be Joaquin manning a walk.
Right.
And he would just make all of his creations like, we know he's such a great guy.
That's
But
true.
walk with walk on white.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be great.
I have another one after Tommy Gazzola, and it would be the Gaz House. GAZZHOUSE. The Gaz House.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Nick Conniff in the chat. Palmer's Palace for Chet Palmer.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Nick. Yeah. Chet would
Coop's
just
Corner from Double A.
be. Yeah.
The Regal Beagle for Coop the Corgi.
What?
Well, the Beagle's
Yeah, I
a
guess.
different breed, but they're similar. I get the direction.
Yeah. Duck Dad says another resurrection, the bookbinder theme, the library. I used to live in the building
Oh, did
where
you?
the library
You
bar
did?
was. Yeah, the Sir John Franklin.
My
I
buddy lived
lived there for a couple of years at university. Yeah.
Yeah, we went down the street and crashed that frat house that's right in between that building and the Garneau.
I think it's though
On
they
the
had the
corner.
balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember because my first year university when I lived like north side, Friday night going home on the bus, you'd see all the guys out on that balcony,
Yeah.
toasting all the traffic that went by. All right, well we're off and running here. This is really good. The off-topic topic is name a pub after an EST employee. Any text you want to do now or later?
Yeah, C. Hendo knows that I used to work at Club Malibu, which was the Armory when I worked there, but he says White Avenue bar name Club Milne. C. Hendo
beautiful.
and I actually had some fun times running up and down the street of White Avenue.
You and Hendo?
Yeah, we played Wildcats together.
Oh, cool. Do I know?
My roommate.
Do
I
I
don't
know
know if
Hendo?
you met him.
Okay.
Good guy. Great guy. Firefighter. Thanks
Oh,
for
yes.
doing that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 3:30. We better do a break. Shawn Belle scheduled to join us here at 4 o'clock. Graham Dixon from Kids Sport Edmonton is going to check in a little bit later on. We if you're just joining us, and especially if you have us on YouTube, you'll see we have a different background. We are on location. We're at the Belle in Scona. It's on 80th Ave, right in the heart of Old Strathcona. And then after the show tonight, we have the Kids Sport Edmonton Bids for Kids event It's a fundraiser presented by GS Construction, silent auction, hot stove with me and Dusty and Gene Principe and Mark Connolly. So this is a great day. So, if you want to check out the silent auction, or we're going to have Graham on about some other ways you can help get kids sport if you want to. We'll take you through all of that. Plenty of discussion about your Edmonton Oilers as well. And here comes the coup.
Nine games in the NHL. Kings Canucks face off LA in wildcard 2. 89 points for them. 2 games remaining on the season. 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific. 2 points behind Edmonton for second place, and 4 points behind the division leaders in Vegas, with 2 games in hand on the Oilers and Knights. Around the league, Ducks, they face off with the Wild. It's the Devils dancing with the Bruins, in Montreal and Philly duke it out. From Ottawa, Sens captain Brady Tkachuk says he'll be good to go for round 1 of the playoffs following his exit in Saturday's game against the Islanders. Their round 1 opponent is yet to be determined. On the court, a pair of playing games in the NBA at 5:30. Miami takes on Charlotte. Phoenix and Portland then hit the deck for the nightcap at 8 o'clock to baseball. Jays Brewers open a 3-game series at 5:40 first pitch. Kevin Gausman to the bump for Toronto. On the other side, Jacob Mizorowski will get pitching duties. And ahead of the game, the Blue Jays have activated recent acquisition, Lennon Sosa. He was acquired from the White Sox yesterday. In a corresponding move, the Jays have optioned infielder Tyler Fitzgerald to the Triple-A Bisons. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com today to find out more. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after a brief pause. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Dickinson has played his last game for the Oilers. Hired or fired? Going to be reevaluated here in a little bit.
I'm going to fire it. I think he'll be the same player. I don't know, but I think he manages to get back there.
I think I'd also fire it because the contract's right. I think they'd like to have him back.
I was talking to Tommy and Hernan. The play of these guys, and these guys aren't going to be
2
cheap.
guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Revisiting Creedence. May 15th, the Creedence tribute you don't want to miss. Get ready for a powerhouse performance as the magic of Creedence lives on, delivering the iconic hits with unmatched pedigree, musicianship, and pure rock and roll energy. Don't miss a night of classic rock done right. Revisiting Creedence, May 15th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Must be 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said great job? Happy hour. Your boss said per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Hope you're having a great afternoon. We certainly are, live from the Belle in Scona. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We are with you 3 to 6 p.m. every day here on Edmonton Sports Talk, and we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio, mobile edition today since we're on location. Turn up the heat this April at the Canadian Brewhouse with our with our wing flavor of the month. Well, it is spicy. It's spicy sriracha maple bacon. Sweet and spicy sriracha maple bacon, saucy wings. Perfect balance of heat. So it's like, imagine a triangle, and it's divided evenly into three.
Like your four-sided die.
Yes. You hate that die.
It's terrible.
Perfect balance of heat, sweetness, and savory flavor. Get them for only a limited time. The wing flavor of the month at the Canadian Brewhouse. Spicy sriracha maple bacon. The stuff they come up with, It's pretty incredible.
Very creative.
Very creative.
We have a couple limericks that have come in.
Uh-oh.
Would you like
would I ever?
me to take a run at this? I don't know, Coob. What a guy, hey?
Got the music ready. The band's ready to go.
On it. This comes in from Big Dave. Fantastic memories from White Avenue. No better place to get a patio view. Cigars from Burlington Tobacconist. We Book In's books are the best. The pawn shop was a great venue. Very good.
Not bad. Lines 3 and 4 could be a little tighter, but it's good. Good memories of White Ave. He worked in a lot of references.
Well, he did. He did. This comes in from VR Montenegro. Old White Ave is a cautionary tale of what happens when social programs fail.
Oh my goodness.
VR.
He's pushing the boundaries here. We can read it.
Old White Ave is a cautionary tale of what happens when social programs fail. Junkies all around, needles on the ground. Head on down there for crack smoke to inhale.
Well, hey, that's VR's view.
It's VR's view of White Avenue.
Yeah.
I
have a little bit more of a pessimistic view of this wonderful part of our city.
I would say so.
Yeah, a little bit more of a, yeah.
Well, thanks for your submission.
Yeah, thanks for writing, VR. Thanks now that he lives in Nipawin, he's going to crap all over Edmonton, eh? Yeah. Sorry, what's the Nipawin version of White Ave? Yeah. One step Charlie's.
First Street.
Yeah. Well, there I just went through the cool area of Nipawin. Took 2 seconds.
Blink and you miss it.
No, that's mean. We love Nipawin, even though I've never been there.
No, I don't know. I haven't been there.
I'm sure it's great.
Is it east of Saskatoon?
That's so mean that we said that. Yeah, I believe it's east of Saskatoon. East Central. Where's the map? They have a team in the SJ, don't they?
They got a Dairy Queen?
That's the first thing that comes up on the map.
That means they're in town.
They have a dessert district.
Holy smokes! There
it is. There's North Battleford.
It's like northeast of Saskatoon.
It's out there. Yeah,
she's out there.
Yeah,
we should do a show from there.
Yeah, we should. We should go golfing. There's probably a nice golf course nearby.
Well, it looks like it's right on a river.
Oh yeah, the VR Montenegro River,
the Saskatchewan River portion of Tobin Lake. There you go. Can't say you didn't learn anything today.
There we go. That was very good. Keep the limericks coming. We also have our off-topic topic for William Huff. Pubs named after EST employees. So I like this one. Where was it now? It's coming a long time. Anyway, it was. Did Duck Dad put it in? It's Hernan's bar. It's called Dom's Permission Slip. You need Evan Dom's permission to go drink there.
Can I give you a few that have come in?
Of course.
Grumpy Cat. So this was the off-topic topic for William Huff. Name a pub after an EST personality. He says the Dusty Rose.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Rams fan.
Very creative.
Says easy one, just Tommy's.
Right.
That's a good. That's a good name. This one from Vincenzo Gager's Corner Pub.
Pretty good.
Chris Purpur says Belzy's Bar and Grill.
Oh yeah,
I like that. This one might take the cake. Richard, the Nasty Club.
Oh, how did we not think of that?
How did we not think of that? And Amos Moses, Hernan's Blue Oyster Bar.
Hernan's Blue Oyster Bar.
Is he an oyster guy?
I don't know. Maybe there might be a reference that we're missing there. I have another limerick, by the way, from Uncle Jesse. This isn't. No, you didn't have this one.
I did not.
Down on White, the lights glow. Off Push-Up Man and other characters you know. Late night donaires, hookups we can't share. Live from Belle and Scona, the Reid and Jay Show.
Wow.
That's very good.
You should email that one to me.
Oh, and then he goes, for the off-topic topic, I'd like to see Zach Kubish open up Koob on a Bun, which would be a hot dog stand, but selling Kubasaw outside of a string of bars. Oh, that's a good idea.
Sign me up.
Yeah, because who doesn't want something like a hot dog or a slice of pizza when you've had some?
Just something to warm down the gullet that just is easy, handheld.
Yeah,
not too messy.
Kubasa, get your Kubasa.
That's wow. You can tell he's done that before.
Yeah, Koob has done this.
That was good.
You're on
Koob.
fire today.
Yeah,
thank you.
We are at the Belle and Scona, 104th and 80th here. Just off White Ave. This is an awesome spot. I mean, we can smell the beer being brewed. They have a really cool food menu. They got, the screen here. It's like they got the rotating beers up. So that we're doing the show here from 3 to 6. Then we're going to go upstairs into their event space for the Kids Sport Edmonton Bids for Kids event presented by GS Construction, and the silent auction, hot stove. Got me. Got Dusty, you got Gene Principe, you got Mark Connolly. That's going to be streamed starting around 6:15, so you can still take that in. So a really good night. We were here last year with Trey and Tyrell Ford. It was an incredible event then as well. So
it should be noted that it's presented by GS Construction, who is a partner with EST as well, as you all know. So good on them for stepping up to do that. If you want to check out the silent auction, get a ticket for the 50-50 or the raffle prize. Head over to kidsportbids4kids.com. It's the number 4. If you just Google Kids Sports Bids for Kids, it'll be the first one that comes up.
Project Dumplings with a pub name, J. Milne's Pocket.
Be a pool hall.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
billiard hall.
Billiard hall with, remember the, what is it now? It's now that Beercade. But remember back in the day, that was that huge bowling alley and pool hall?
Upstairs?
Well, I think, one was upstairs. But the bottom was, I can't remember, one on ground level, there was either the pool or the bowling, and upstairs was Scona Billiards, I believe, 5-pin bowling. And it was like huge. There were probably 24 pool tables in there. And they had the regular pool tables and the larger snooker tables. Yeah, and then you could go bowling there as well. I think it was Scona. It might have just been called Scona Pool and Billiards. This was in the 90s.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
1990s. Everybody's like, Reid's walking down, even before it was merged with Edmonton.
Strathcona.
Yeah, the city of Strathcona. Okay. We're having a good time.
This is.
I hope people, if people have half as much fun listening to or viewing the show as we do doing the show, then I feel like we're giving people joy. I also realize a lot of people hate us.
Stop saying that.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, I know it's true.
Trust me.
Ian the Boomer in the chat says the Milne Club, where there are hot tubs in the corner where you can chill with your friends and chest bumps are encouraged.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
Trev would be the bouncer.
He'd have to.
Yeah, he'd have to be the bouncer. But he really just lets anybody in.
Hot tub peekaboo on repeat.
Shawn Belle's here. He's going to join us at 4 o'clock, which will be a lot of fun. So tonight, you got to keep an eye on, well, you keep an eye on whatever you want, but from an Oilers perspective,
Papa, I was going to watch a movie, but Reid said I must follow the hockey.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Somebody new.
Little Timmy.
Anaheim is in Minnesota, and the Kings are at Vancouver. But we'll look at this more later for fun. We can talk what ifs at this time.
Well, and there are some playoff series that have been set. We can look at that.
Yeah.
It's a fun
Suzuki,
time of year.
Cirelli. Just pass me a radish. So, what did you? To me, talking about last night's game. Okay, and we'll break and do play of the day in a minute here. I actually thought the Oilers played well. I don't have a lot of doom and gloom about that game. Belzy will give some perspective, and we'll talk about some other stuff. I thought the Oilers played hard. I mean, yes, the Avalanche had chances. The Oilers had chances too. I mean, after the Avalanche went up 1-0, the Oilers dominated the rest of that period.
They did.
And yes, it was hairy in the last 3 minutes because the Oilers couldn't get the puck out. But I just kind of thought, okay, that's hockey. Like, teams are going to have chances. You need your goal. You need to block some shots. I mean, I guess the one thing I would gripe about is that you had a minute 24 of a 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And did they even really get a great chance? Probably not. Because Bush hit the post in the second period, right? I mean, that should have counted. It's off the crossbar. But I also, and I know, there's only so much you can use injuries as an excuse, but you don't have Draisaitl or Hyman, and they are getting Hyman back, and maybe even Draisaitl is back in the first round. So if those guys were out for the rest of the season, then I might say, well, you got to figure it out without those guys. But they will have those guys. They will have those guys. I mean, clearly, I thought the guys filling in for them on the power play didn't overly gel very well. Well,
but the flip side to that, Reid, is that you're missing a major chunk of your power play.
Yeah.
Zach Hyman and Leon Draisaitl. And now is a time when you can really recognize exactly how important they are for that power play. But alternatively, for, say, last night, the Colorado Avalanche, do they have to really respect the outside areas or the net front presence as much as they would without Draisaitl and Hyman in the lineup? Connor McDavid skating around, looking for that perfect pass. Can they just tee off on Connor McDavid and limit him?
Well, we'll ask Belzy about that.
Yeah,
we'll ask Belzy about that when he's on in
that's something
in 10 or 12 minutes.
I wonder if teams have said, okay, well, if they don't have him, well, what, is Podkolzin going to score from there?
He did once.
He has, I understand, but it's not the same level of threat as it would be with Draisaitl and or Hyman.
Yeah.
So, yes, having them back, and even one of them, having Hyman back will settle things down a lot. I know early in the game, Reid, I wanted to ask you this. Like, early in the game on the power play, Podkolzin was almost playing at the point. And I didn't really understand that. Later in the game, he was net front present.
Right.
Connor McDavid missed him on a couple, those backdoor tap-in, slap pass style play that just missed. So I thought he was much more useful in front of the net. But I didn't really like the way that the power play was deployed earlier on in the game.
Yeah. Well, those are good questions for Belzy, too, because he's been out there. Like Belzy's a perfect guy as a defenseman. He'd be a perfect guy to say, okay, one of the other team's top offensive players is out. Do you go out there and say, no, I defend the same way all the time?
Yeah, heck no.
Or there's probably, well, you know that.
Well, especially
safety.
Not one of your top 5 players.
Like
in the
if
world.
Boogerton was out of the other team's receiving core, that changes everything.
Yeah, you tee off on his little brother.
Snot face. All right, Jay's play of the day when we get back. Yeah, keep giving us the thumbs up if you have not done so already on YouTube. We try to get to 100 every day. So click the thumbs up, and then once you've done that, then please click the share button and send the show link off to other people in your life. Here comes Zachary Kubish.
All 16 playoff teams are set for the NHL playoffs. So some jostling, perhaps 4 matchups. Kings Canucks face off 9 games in the NHL. LA sits in wildcard 2, 89 points, 2 games remaining. They're 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific, 2 points behind Edmonton for second place and 4 points behind Vegas for the top spot. 2 games in hand on both the Oilers and Knights. Around the league, the Ducks and Wild square off. Devils, they dance with the Bruins, while Montreal and Philly duke it out. To the NBA, A pair of play-in games go down. 5:30 tip-off between Miami and Charlotte. Then it's Phoenix and Portland hitting the deck at 8 o'clock. To baseball, the Jays and Brewers kick off a 3-game series. Jays 6-9, fourth in the AL East. Milwaukee third in the NL Central, 8-7. Kevin Gausman to the bump for Toronto. Jacob Mizorowski on the other side. First pitch at 5:40. A newly acquired Lenine Sosa is available for Toronto in tonight's contest, with the team opting for Tyler Fitzgerald optioning Tyler Fitzgerald to the AAA Bisons in a corresponding move. This sports update is brought to you by the Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, Jays play the day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream. Let's start with the positive. He's on the ice. He's skating with the team, taking a full morning skate. That's good. And listening to what he had to say, listening to what Chris Knobloch had to say, because Knobloch said that he anticipates Draisaitl's timeline to be sometime in round number 1. And then you listen to Leon, and he said it felt like it was something more serious than other stuff he's dealt with.
The oil stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Revisiting Creedence. May 15th, the Creedence tribute you don't want to miss. Get ready for a powerhouse performance as the magic of Creedence lives on, delivering the iconic hits with unmatched pedigree, musicianship, and pure rock and roll energy. Don't miss a night of classic rock done right. Revisiting Creedence, May 15th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Must be 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hockey on one screen, basketball on the next, soccer in the corner. And yeah, we've got UFC too. There's a reason we have this many screens. Because no matter what you're watching, it deserves the big moment. We don't pick sides. We don't pick sports. We put it all on. Cold beers flying. Game day eats landing. And the crowd's louder than your group chat. If it's on here. The Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right. Great day here at the Belle in Scona. We're live until 6 o'clock. Kids Sport Bids for Kids, presented by GS Construction. We just saw Graham from Kids Sport Edmonton come in. Is our coup here? Is Awanik here? Squirreling away upstairs?
He's upstairs.
Probably setting up his little diabolical technology.
Tormenting people.
Hey, do you have a 1/8 screw? No, he'd be the kind of guy, hey, I need a 2/16 screw. You mean a 1/8? No, I mean a 2/16. Okay. Anyway, every day,
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Is presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. PlayAlberta.ca, the Play Alberta app. Don't forget to use your game sense.
Well, Reid, we were just talking about how, a lot of Oilers fans, I'm sure, will be scoreboard watching tonight. And I just decided, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go with something that says this would be the best case scenario for the Oilers. Okay, so you can imagine what that is. It's the Minnesota Wild to defeat the Anaheim Ducks and the Los Angeles Kings to fall to the lowly Vancouver Canucks.
I believe the Canucks have won 2 in a row, have they not?
Hey, they're hot.
They're on fire.
They're hot. So that's what it is. Minnesota Wild and Vancouver Canucks to win. As you can imagine, this would be a decently nice number, which it is. It's plus 435. So you can head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day, as well as a plethora of other wonderful plays. Or you can download the brand new Play Alberta app and read. You know what I say, and what they say, and what we should all say. Always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, and portions of the first hour of the show have been presented by Lamley's. Built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamley's can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
Okay, so Shawn Bell's standing by. He's going to join us after the 4 o'clock break. But the thing about one of the many things we love about the show is the audience interaction, the sense of humor, the participation. So our off-topic topic for William Hoff, poor Bellsy, I think he thinks he has to stand there the whole time while we're talking to him. Can't even come on camera.
I'm like,
he's just like,
what say you?
It is name a pub after an EST employee. We've had some incredible submissions.
Adam in Quebec City. I have to once again represent the French Quarter with the off-topic topic. I can imagine if is establishment to like honest murderers that existed in the French Quarter, but this time reincarnated as Honest a Warnick.
I have to be honest, I don't understand that text. It could be incredibly clever. Adam, you might have to explain it.
Yeah, maybe.
Or check for typos. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. I know what the French Quarter is, both here in Edmonton and I believe there's one in New Orleans. Is the original French? Well, probably the original French Quarter is in Paris, or is that the whole city?
Maybe. I really like this one. Collingwood Rob Gager's bar would be called the Office, and his motto would be that I'm stuck at the office.
Oh, that's a really great idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Big Dave. Pub names after Reid called Reid's Reading Room, Cold Pints, and walls of books to peruse while you drink.
Oh, that'd be all right. Lots of trivia books.
Chad says bar name Tommy After Hours Pub. Tagline, show up late, stay later.
Jeez.
I like that.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
People are having fun with this one. All right, we're going to have fun with Shawn Belle. Maybe he'll have a bar name or two. We'll talk some Oilers, both last night and looking ahead. I mean, Sunday or Monday, they're going to have a playoff game, most likely. So now the reason I say that, I should just quickly point out why I say that. If you look at the NHL schedule, no Eastern Conference teams play on Thursday. So, and they've said the playoffs will start on the 18th, right? So that makes me to think you got Habs Saturday night, right? Maybe Pittsburgh Philly can be an American matinee. They love the Saturday afternoon matinees, or even right. So, but you could have 3 or even all 4 Eastern Conference series on Saturday.
But they split games up.
I know. But
that's why Sunday, Monday is probably most likely. Right?
For the Oilers, yes. But I think at the very least 2 series will start Saturday, Eastern series, and then everything else gets rolling after that. Anyway, Coob's coming up as well, and then Shawn Belle after the break.
The Lock
Is there a
Shop.
path to a quick turnaround for the Jets? Is it recoverable back to the playoffs next year?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, this team lost 11 games in a row in
That's true.
the
You don't
most
do that. You're right there.
fashion. Listen, it's going to be painful because we'll be talking playoffs, but I mean, when we do the autopsy,
That little post-mortem.
oh my God, I mean, going through some of the games.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Airy at Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Tons of action in the NHL. Kings, Canucks, they face off. LA sits in wildcard 2. 89 points for them. 2 games remaining. 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific Division. 2 points behind Edmonton for second place and 4 points back of Vegas for first with 2 games in hand on both the Oilers and Golden Knights. Around the league, it's the Ducks and Wild squaring off. The Devils dancing with the Bruins, while Montreal and Philly duke it out into the NBA. A pair of play-in games are set to go down at 5:30. The Heat tip off with the Hornets before Phoenix and Portland hit the deck for the nightcap. To baseball, the Jays Brewers have a 3-game series, or game 1 of that series. First pitch, 5:40. Jays 6-9, 4th in the AL East. Milwaukee 3rd in the NL Central, 8-7. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto. Jacob Mizorowski on the other side, and newly acquired Lenine Sosa is available for the contest, with the team optioning Tyler Fitzgerald to the AAA Bisons in a corresponding move. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. You're locked and loaded right here on The Reid Wilkins Show.
This is a good. This is Edmonton Sports Talk. You get us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. You get us on YouTube. If you are watching this show on YouTube today, click the thumbs up button. We endeavor to get at least 100 thumbs every show. We have a great streak doing just that. We're already at 70. an hour into the show. So get in there and click if you haven't already. The off-topic topic for William Huff: name a pub after an EST employee. This is a good one from Old Gill. The Dust Inn, where every room has a picture of LeBron above the bed, and the pub only serves chicken tenders and spiced rum and Diet Cokes.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Hey, Belzy, I just checked into my room. There's a picture of LeBron above my bed.
And the toilets have a picture of Jordan.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like the
right?
The air freshener.
Yeah, exactly. But it's Jordan.
In the urinals. The urinal cakes.
Yeah.
That's a good one from Old Gill.
That is
We're at the Bell at Scona. Jason Milne, Reid Wilkins, and Shawn Belle has come to visit us as well. Belzy, good to see you.
Great seeing you boys too. You guys look great.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody thinks so. Yeah. So are you hanging around for the event tonight too?
I am. Yeah. It's I did this event a couple of years ago. I had a great time, and so I was looking forward to it again.
So was it? Was year one of EST? Were we here too? Before Jay and I were
think
around?
it was myself, Dustin, Georges LaRock, and Mark Connolly. I think was the MC, right?
Yeah, and he's doing that again today. Yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah, this will be fun tonight. All to help out Kids Sport Edmonton. So thanks again for dropping by in person. This is awesome.
Always a pleasure.
What did you think? What did you think last night? Like I kind of thought for game 81, where I don't want to say things are on the line for the Oilers. They want good positioning, but it wasn't like you have to win to keep your playoff hopes alive. The Avalanche weren't playing for much. But I thought it was a pretty entertaining hockey game. I mean, I didn't leave that game feeling like dissatisfied or upset or cheated or anything like that.
No, I thought it was a good hockey game. I thought, given the injuries that both teams had, I was actually pleasantly surprised in the way that both teams played. It actually kind of makes me excited to see a potential Oilers-Avs matchup. And I'm going to knock on wood before I go any further with that comment, but when you don't have Makar in the lineup, if you're the Avs, that's a big loss. Kadri out of the lineup is a big loss. Draisaitl, Hyman, like the guys that were out of the lineup, you sit back and you go, oh man, this could be an unbelievable matchup. There's a lot of pace there. There's a lot of skill. It would be a fun matchup. Anybody really in the big three out of the Central Division, you would argue would be a fun matchup. But there's something about the Avs and Oilers that just seems right.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, the McDavid McKinnon angle, and you could almost say
who's the Hart, who's the Norris.
Yeah,
like there's so many different storylines within that matchup that you could just literally sit there and break it down for hours.
Goaltenders who had been maybe not discarded per se, but who 2 or 3 years ago it was like, who are they really?
Exactly.
Two guys for the Avalanche doing well. This is like an obvious, simple question, but it has to be asked because it's like one of those like obvious storylines we have to talk about. How much of a game changer has Ingram been?
He's been unbelievable. I mean, we were just talking about it earlier, and it's always a hypothetical game, but you look back and you say, okay, well, if they don't make that trade and they still bring up Ingram, you have Ingram and Skinner. They're probably somewhere in that $3.5 million range. They have a little bit more room to, go out and maybe get another player. Maybe they could have got that top six forward. But Ingram has been nothing short of fantastic. And personally, I felt that even though the game was close yesterday and both teams are playing well, I thought that Ingram made a ton of really big saves that truly kept the Oilers in it and gave them an opportunity to win that hockey game. And if it was a different goaltender, I don't think the Oilers are in that game. I think they lose 3-1, 4-1, or whatever that may be. And so that's how important to me Ingram has become. He's been a stalwart back there, and he's giving them an opportunity. And that's something that Oiler fans, media, the Oilers themselves have been looking at the entire time, is just give us an opportunity so we can go, outscore our problems, essentially.
Yeah, I think, and we're going to have some clips in the next segment too, because I asked Knobloch last night about the defensive play, and he made some good comments. But the number of times that there might be a mistake, not a serious mistake, but it doesn't wind up in the net, and then we're not talking about who didn't clear the puck, who was half a second off a guy. It's just cleaned up. Like, it's just solid NHL goaltending.
Yeah, you live to fight another day, and that's something that we've all been clamoring for, is that, okay, if there's a mistake that happens, why on the other team does it not end up in the back of the net? But here, it always ends up in the back of the net, and then people are like looking to see who made that mistake, or is it the goaltender's fault, or there was always a comment behind, it ended up in the back of the net. But now, with Ingram in the net, okay, sure, there is that mistake that happens, but he's there, he bails you out. And in the playoffs, you need that ability. You need the ability to have your goaltender bail you out of certain situations, because of the margin of error is so small,
right,
that one mistake could be the thing that ends your season.
G-Man, I know you want to ask your questions. I just want to get this. G-Man 97 in the Nasty chat says, sad to say, but the Avs would knock the Oilers out in the first round. G-Man, I just want to say this in general, and Jay and I are going to do our comprehensive guaranteed to be correct playoff picks on Friday. I'm going to tell you this right now. I am not going to pick the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup.
Oh,
I think that they are a very good team. They ain't perfect. I think if you look at the last 30 to 35 games of the season, clearly they're very good. I think Dallas is very good. I think Minnesota is very good. And I think there are teams, maybe like the Oilers in Vegas, who could upset the Avalanche in a meeting. Now, G-Man 97, I want you to listen to what I said there. I said upset, which means I still think in that situation, the Avalanche would be favored against Edmonton or Vegas. But I do not think an upset would be impossible. That's all I'm going to say about I think the Avs are very, very good. I don't think they're infallible.
Here's why I think the Avs are going to go there. Because I think that Minnesota and Dallas are going to beat each other up. And probably Minnesota is going to beat up Dallas, but Dallas has more skill, right? They play faster pace. Like, they're going to drag them into a bit of a track meet. So then whoever comes out of that particular series is going to end up facing, the Colorado Avalanche, who are going to play probably LA? I'm not sure now, LA can push Colorado the same way that Minnesota could push Dallas. And so I think personally that Colorado is going to be a little bit fresher. I'm not sure it goes past 5 in that particular series. So Colorado is going to be sitting there waiting for a team that's just come out of a war, and they're going to pick the scraps. And then all of a sudden you have, okay, is it the Oilers? Do you have the Golden Knights? Do you have the Ducks? Who's coming out of the division here? That's kind of why I think the path for Colorado is a little bit easier. And by saying easier, I'm not saying like I actually truly believe it's an easier one. Yeah, but it's you might be able to pick the bones of a team that just got beat up for 7 games, and then all of a sudden you have a team in this division, the pillow fight division, as McDavid likes to call it. Then you get to that the Stanley Cup.
I hear what you're saying.
We were talking earlier. You were sitting right there, and we were discussing the Oilers' power play or lack thereof since Leon Draisaitl left with injury. On the other side, though, do you, as you've been there as a former NHLer, would you look at that and say, okay, we're going to change what we've known about the Oilers because they simply don't have the weapons that they're used to having? Would you change the way the penalty kill would approach the game against the Oilers?
Yes, yes, I would. And the reason I say that is because if you have everybody healthy, you have so many different options that it keeps the opposing PKs guessing. Right, so you've got McDavid attacking downhill. So the minute he starts attacking downhill, it's instantaneous. 2 guys are going to go to him because he's that good. So as soon as that happens, it opens up all the different lanes. So you see the seam pass that opens up every single time to Draisaitl, for a goal. And if they overplay him, which teams decide to do, well, then you can go backdoor to Hyman. And then if for whatever odd reason they're in a really good, situation, you can move it to Bouchard and he can let it rip from the point. You just have a lot of different options, and it always keeps, opposing PKs guessing who's going to get the puck, who's going to be the guy that's going to put that thing in the net. Now you take Draisaitl out, you take Hyman out, who is an unbelievable net front presence. And now you can start to cheat a little bit more. You play the percentages. I mean, this is not disrespect to Nugent Hopkins because he's a hell of a player. But right now, based on his track record, and let's say the last 10, 20 games, like how many points is he really putting up?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, if I'm on the, the other team's kill, like I'm going to play the percentages. I'm going to overplay Bouchard.
Yeah.
I'm going to overplay McDavid. So you want to attack downhill, that's fine, but we're going to create some layers. We're going to try to pressure you. We're going to stick a guy right in front of Bouchard so he can't shoot the puck, and I want the other guys to beat me. So you are going to change the way that you're going to kill. You're just going to be a little bit more pressure focused to get the puck out of McDavid's hands, get the puck out of Bouchard's hand, and allow some of these other guys to go in and try to beat you.
It looks as though Leon Draisaitl won't be available for, early on in the series, first round series. So if you're the Oilers, then on the flip side of that, do you, surprise, we're rolling out something totally different as a look on the power play, or do you just say, steady as she goes?
Well, to me, I would try to do something a little bit different, but I mean, they've been trying to do the exact same plays. I mean, it's McDavid winding up. He's going to attack the seam at some point, and he's going to kick it back to whoever that person is now in Draisaitl's spot. Do you got to be a little bit more stationary where you're moving the puck to the point, and Bouchard's just shooting it? Like, do something that's going to change the way that the PK is going to cover you. And I don't think that they're doing that right now. And McDavid's all world, so he can create plays by himself. But at the exact same time, like, there's video, the coaches are smart, players are smart, they kind of understand. They understand lanes, they understand timing. So do something different. Maybe it's two defensemen up top. You've got Wallman up top, and you're gonna feed Bouchard on the offside for a one-timer on the offside. I mean, didn't that work for Ovechkin for a long time? Do something just a little bit different to provide a different wrinkle so that teams have to go, oh, wait a second, this isn't what I normally see.
Yeah, that 5-on-3 was. I mean, that's the one part of the game. If I was gonna be really critical of something, because I didn't think the effort was bad. I of course there were mistakes, but I thought when Colorado got chances, they earned it. Mm-hmm. I thought the Oilers could have had 2 or 3 in the second period after they went down 1-0. Besides just the one, they played well. Yes, it got hairy in the final 3 minutes. You would have liked Edmonton to quiet it down and not keep icing the puck. I get all that, but I'm also like, that's normal hockey to some extent. You're going to have to survive that. You're going to have to survive that in the postseason. But the 5-on-3 was disappointing because that almost should be an automatic goal.
Yes.
And they didn't really. I mean, they put the puck through the crease a couple times, but it's just without Hyman. And they have those timing plays where Nuge will storm through and Hyman will pivot to the back. It just wasn't happening.
Okay, but take the opposite side. Take the Colorado Avalanche and what they did on their 4-on-3. So with one less guy, what did they do? Get the puck, move it to McKinnon, attack downhill, shoot the puck, ring it off the bar 3 times. That's not sexy. That was a very simple play, but you knew it was coming and you couldn't stop it.
Right.
So take a page out of that book. Like, it doesn't always have to be, hey, I'm going to dance through 6 guys, throw it back door, spinorama. So for a tap in one-timer from basically the corner, it doesn't have to be that. And once again, I don't have the skill that McDavid does or Draisaitl does, but at the same time, it's a 5-on-3. You've got 2 extra bodies in the other team. So do something that's predictable for your teammates as opposed to always just freelancing.
Okay, so how much, and look, you and I have talked about this before, and hopefully we're going to be talking about this for several years to come.
Mm-hmm.
And Brownie and I used to talk about it because you know how Brownie feels. Power play is struggling. Okay, Boosh, shoot it as hard as you can.
Yep.
If you hit the other team, it's okay.
Simplify.
Is that is that?
Yep. Hey,
why don't they do that? Especially on a 5-on-3.
Boosh, you're going to get the puck. You're going to shoot this thing high. And if you put it off somebody's lips, that's their own fault. They shouldn't have been standing there.
I like it.
Now, the counter to that is, why don't they do that? Well, because you have Connor McDavid, and Connor McDavid can literally make plays happen in a phone booth. So that's the hard part. It's juggling we have this elite talent that can make plays that nobody else can outside maybe a handful of guys.
Right.
It makes it hard, right? Like it's I could never sit here and tell you, and I played in the NHL, and I know what I can do personally, but I could never sit back and tell you, hey, I have the idea and the skill set and the mind that Connor McDavid has. He makes really good NHLers look really stupid. So it's hard as a coach to be like, you know what, man, don't do what makes you successful, where you go out and you make all these different plays. To me, it's like the Constantine analogy. When I was playing, I was a first rounder. Why? Because I could skate faster than most people and I could make plays. And he goes, well, why do you want to pass the puck through the middle? I don't know, Kevin, because if it's open through the middle, I'm going to pass the puck through the middle of the ice. Well, no, you should go off the glass. Well, no, Kevin, it's open right there.
Right.
Okay, well, here's another thing, Shawn. When you rush the puck, you get to the red, you dump it in. Kevin, I can skate faster than most people in this league, so you don't think that I should maybe cross the blue? It's like another stride. Yeah. It's okay. It's the same thing. So it's hard to tell McDavid, don't be creative, when that is what he does really, really well.
Can you stick around for Oil Understood? Because I think we should play a couple of clips from last night too, and get Belzy's reaction as well. Because there were a couple kind of interesting comments. Belzy joining us here in the mobile Canadian Brewhouse studio. Skip the couch, do it, and get in the game. Oh, baby. At the Canadian Brew. See, this is like the opposite of your old job, where you'd be like, you need the couch at Avance Furniture. Now at the Canadian Brewhouse, you skip the couch.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about couches.
You get in the game at the Canadian Brewhouse. Every puck drop, every goal, every roar, ice cold drinks, wall-to-wall screens, and the best fans in town. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place to be. The Belle in Scona is also the place to be. We got our Kids Sport Bits for Kids event tonight. Belzy's here. We're going to talk more about the Oilers and look ahead to the game against Vancouver. Possible playoff opponents all coming up in the Oil Understood. Here's the Coop.
9 total games in the NHL today. LA facing off with Vancouver. The Kings in wildcard 2 out west. 89 points for them. 2 games left in this season. 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific Division. 2 points behind Edmonton for second place and 4 points back of the division-leading Golden Knights with 2 games in hand on both Edmonton and Vegas. Around the league, the Ducks and Wild square off. The Devils dance with the Bruins while Montreal and Philly drop the puck out east into the NBA. A pair of play-in games go down tonight. 5:30 tip-off between Miami and Charlotte. Phoenix and Portland then hit the deck at 8 o'clock for the nightcap. To baseball, Jays Brewers kick off a 3-game series. Jays 6-9, 4th in the AL East. Milwaukee 3rd in the NL Central at 8-7. Kevin Gausman pitching for Toronto. Jacob Mizorowski on the other side. First pitch 5:40. Newly acquired Lennon Sosa is available for the Jays in the contest, with the team optioning Tyler Fitzgerald to the AAA Bisons in a corresponding move. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. More with J. Milne, Reid Wilkins, and Shawn Belle following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Darren Dreger.
Rasmus Dahlin is interesting to me. High on my list. Not quite sure I'm there yet, but he'd definitely be in my top 5. Can't look past the play of Zach Werenski. Matthew Schaefer and what he's done for the New York Islanders. It's a pretty big ask to throw him into that mix of 5. Bouchard in there, yes.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. We're with you until 6 o'clock. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Shawn Belle from, well, I mean, I say you're from Hello Hockey, but you're basically an Edmonton Sports Talk colleague.
Yeah,
at this point. You're on pretty much every show at some point.
At some point.
Almost all the time.
Yeah.
We love having you.
Yeah,
it's been great.
It's awesome.
I love this.
Yeah, well, you've been doing, you started doing Tuesdays with us, most Tuesdays. Sometimes I forgot a couple times at first because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
But you've been doing
We weren't going to talk about that.
Well, I can call myself dumb. I think it's obvious to everybody at this point. By the way, the off-topic topic for William Huff is name a pub after an EST employee.
Mine would be the Boom Boom Room. So Big Uke had it a little, he basically had it right. He said the Boom Boom Bar could be called the 45. It's a hot pot restaurant where Shawn does all the stirring.
Ooh.
And what I believe he's referencing is that he believes that I stir the pot on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So to add to that, I do a little bit.
Yeah.
So if I had this particular bar called the Boom Boom Room, right, I would only stir on Wednesdays.
Great. That's awesome. That's a good title, the Boom Boom Room.
Right?
That sounds really cool. Would you want to be White Avish, or where would you want to be?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be White Avish.
No.
I think I would be maybe a downtown guy.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah. Try to keep it classy,
Well, Tommy could do post from there, pre and post from there.
Oh, boy. This one came in
too
from a
much fun.
306 number. Reid's Rockin' Rooster. Come rock at the cock.
Oh my! I respect that. That's where that person went.
Yeah,
he just went straight there. Perhaps we'll just let that comment speak for itself. Tell you what, we got the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. What's Billsy? What happened now? Did we get another forbidden message?
Oh, your favorite poop stains is in the
poop stains.
River Cree Resort.
Great.
It says, ask Bellsy what's a phone booth.
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me. Poop stains.
I don't get it.
Either do I.
I don't know.
Wasn't there not things called phone booths back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah. Where you'd walk into this little small cubed shaped object with a phone there, and you pulled that thing off the hook. Like, you put 25 cents in, you dialed up the number, you put it to your ear, then you called your loved one.
Yes.
Do you remember it being less than 25 cents?
I don't.
I don't.
Because I believe
it must have been a dime at some point.
Really?
I think it was a dime.
Huh. How
but
about
like
that?
you say, like, you know, he could beat him in a phone booth because it's a tight, constrained space.
Right.
That Connor McDavid's such a great skater that he could beat his opponent in a phone booth.
Yes.
Is that not how that works?
Yeah. And he can stick handle so well.
He may just be, you know, joshing.
He could be just joshing.
Let's get to interesting clip here from Connor Ingram after last night's game. He was asked about, you know, playing a lot of games, being the number one guy, and he's glad to play a ton.
Oh, we're not.
Is that coming through?
I've played 50.
I'm going to start that again. Sorry, guys.
I think it's easier for me. I think the more you play, the easier it gets. I've played 50 in this league before, so this isn't new to me. And I mean, this is what you want, right? You want to play games. You want to be in there. You want to be in the mix. So it's exactly as a goalie what you'd want.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not going to say otherwise, probably, but I mean, the playoffs are going to be busy, and he appears to be getting into a little bit of a groove here.
And might I just add that the way that he's spoken, almost since he first got here, has been calm, composed, and very matter of fact, which I appreciate, especially from a goaltender position. He just tells you that one got by me tonight. Well, on to the next one. You know, like kind of a mentality that you need to have if you're just going to roll through the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got the right mindset for it. Clearly, he's starting to figure it out, and I do think that goaltenders want to play. They want to play a lot, and you know, we've talked about this before, and it's like gone are the years of guys playing 60, 70 games for the most part. I mean, Hellebuck might be the exception to the rule, and maybe Vasilevsky, but for the most part, if a guy feels like he's the number one and he's in a groove, he doesn't want to come out of the net. So hearing him say that, it's encouraging to me because he's like, I'm feeling it. Don't pull me away from that. Like, let me play my game. I'm big, I'm calm, I'm making saves that, maybe should be in the net, but I'm making those saves. Don't go somewhere else. Come right back to me because I'll take care of this.
Yeah, he was asked a question too last night, something more technical, and he was just like, I don't know about that. I'm just trying to stop the puck. I mean, he's not overthinking or he didn't want to talk about it too much. But yeah, really, really good performances from him lately. Now, Matthias Ekholm was asked, all right, so game 82 is likely going to mean something. And then you got playoffs, so these are important games. You can't coast in there. Are you happy with the defensive play lately?
Yes, I would say so. I definitely think we've taken strides. If you look back a couple months, I mean, we were nowhere near this. So I'm definitely liking that part of the ice a lot better now. But obviously, our game is always a building process, and we just got to make sure that we keep that down and not sacrifice that for offense.
So. And this was a whole story. Like, Ekholm's always great to talk to because he's honest. He'll try to answer questions. And when they were struggling October, November, you could see it. You could hear it in his answers. Like, well, I don't know. We're trying. If we could magically fix it. So I think, again, don't underestimate the goaltending because there are some mistakes that are getting cleaned up. But it seems to me, Bellsy, there's an increased commitment to shot blocking.
Yes.
And it seems to me. And that Knobloch mentioned this in his clip because I asked him about the defensive play, that there are fewer goals coming off the rush. Like Knobloch said, I still think maybe sometimes we spend too much time in our own end. But how have they cut down on goals against off the rush or even chances against off the rush?
Well, I think it's better positioning for sure. Like, I'm going to go back to actually a couple goals when they weren't playing that well. And they've stuck in my brain because previous in their little 5-game winning streak, they did a good job of it, but there was one play where, and I can't remember the team because it's been a while now, but the play went basically east-west, and Emberson was standing in actually really good position, and in the games previous to that particular game, he would have just went stick on puck. So he's a righty, so it would have been lefty, right? With his left hand, he would have stick on puck. That thing would have been in the rafters. That particular game, he was sitting back just a tad. Puck came across east-west. It was in the back of the net. So on the rush, they're better defensively. They're better positionally. Mm-hmm. They have better sticks. There's better details in how they're defending that rush. And so that's how they're cutting down the goals coming off the rush. in zone, I mean, they're creating 50-50 battles more often than they were earlier in the year. Earlier in the year, it was essentially like, you guys go get the puck, we'll play D. You guys go get the puck, we'll figure it out, and we'll just try to keep you guys to the outside. But they weren't pressuring anybody, so the other team could just pick them apart. And so now the puck is free. Like, they're getting there in a hurry, and they're creating a battle, so you might win that battle. And as soon as they win the battle, well, they've got good low support, they're popping it to the middle, and all of a sudden they're skating out of the zone. It's way different that the way that they're playing in that defensive zone, because they're taking away time and space everywhere. And that is a very, very big piece to playing defense, is taking away time and space. Like, I've always used the analogy, would you give Connor McDavid time to make a play? Well, most people say no. Well, why is that? Because he'll pick you apart. So they're NHL players. They'll find a way to do it.
You know, the one thing I have noticed, Bill, and look, I don't watch, I don't have the technical knowledge or know the name of every system like you and Gage or Cass would. But I always feel, you know, when you get to the playoffs, it's very difficult, and nothing is clean. So can you, and the Oilers did this well last night. Sometimes they were hemmed in, but they were tipping a pass.
Yeah.
They were just deflecting the pass enough. I mean, I think it was Nate just wanted a one-timer in the final minute, and maybe it was on a power play. I can't remember, but it got deflected.
Yep.
So, you could say, well, the Avalanche had the puck, and they had a guy set up for a one-timer. Yeah, but he didn't take the one-timer. The result of the play matters, and then if you do that enough, eventually you'll win a puck battle, like you said, and get the puck out. So just that commitment to getting in the way, even if you're not stealing the puck.
Or being positionally sound, right? And we talked about it up in the press box one time, and I was like, these guys are now just disrupting plays. So there was no set plays. So the one that you're talking about, like, hey, Natchez is looking for that one-timer. In previous games, like way early in your season, that's going to be probably a shot. But now, because positionally they're a little bit closer, they've got good details with their sticks, they're disrupting that play. They're maybe making that guy hold on to the puck one extra second, which is now allowing another player to get back into position. And it's those little things that make teams really good defensively. It's not always going to be, you're not going to stop everybody clean, but if you can disrupt their timing, if you can disrupt what they want to do, that gets you in better spots. That creates 50-50 battles. That creates opportunities for you to move the puck out of the zone, and then now you're not spending time in your own zone.
Shawn Belle with us. We're at the Bell in Scona. We are going to have Graham Dixon from Kid Sport join us in about 7 or 8 minutes to tee up tonight's event. We got the silent auction going online, and it's going to be going on upstairs. Dustin Nielsen and I are going to be part of the hot stove with Mark Connolly and Gene Principe. We'll have a bunch of EST people here like Belsey, so it's going to be an incredible night to help out Kid Sport. All right, so and Jay and I are going to look at the few games left for these teams. Are you at all, Belsey, they got to play this playoff opponent? Like, I'm worried about this team. Like, do you, and do the player, like, you've been in the dressing room, so are you guys thinking like, oh, what if we play this team? Or is it really just like,
that's a good question.
Whatever, we got to win, beat Vancouver, and then deal with it?
I think they're very much, let's beat Vancouver, then we'll figure it out from there. With the Oilers, I think they're probably one of the best teams in the conference. I still believe personally that it's Colorado, it's Dallas, it's Minnesota, and then there's a little gap, and then it's the Oilers and Vegas. That's kind of how I see that hierarchy. For the Oilers, I don't think they need to care who they play. I think they just need to get the job done. You have the experience, you've been there, you've got some of the best players in the world. They are going to come back at some point. Just get the job done. You know how to do it. Don't change the formula of, okay, well, now we want to play run and gun because this team might be a little bit younger in experience. Well, don't play their game, play your game. Make them adapt to what you're doing. And right now, for the Oilers, it's defensive hockey. Make them adapt to what you're doing. You already know you're going to score 2-3 goals a game. So lock it down defensively and kind of go from there.
It's you guys might have talked about it a little bit last night too. Do you think the Oilers, because of Doc, because of Dickinson when he plays, because of even maybe Frederick making a bit of a comeback here, do you think they are potentially a little meaner than last season? Like, I know they had Perry. Mm-hmm. They had I still think a somewhat limited Kane.
Yeah. It's a good question.
It does feel like the composition is a little different. I don't know if it's better or worse. It does feel a little different.
Is it grittier or tougher?
Both really good questions. Because I guess you'd have to add in Janmark. You have to add in Brown. You have to add in some of the guys that they've lost. So when you look at, making an apples to apples approach to it, I would say maybe they're a little bit tougher. I don't know if they're grittier.
Right. Okay.
Right. Like Connor Brown could rise to the occasion in a game. He could forecheck and he'd cause some problems. He wasn't overly physical, but he provided, a little bit of a grittiness to the game. Janmark, he's got the nickname the janitor, like that says everything you need to know about the player.
Right.
He excels in the hard areas, especially in the playoffs. Even a guy that hasn't played as good as he has in Henrique, he's been pretty good in the playoffs too. So yes, you still have him, but I think maybe it's a grittiness that has changed.
There's a maybe a little more, although Perry was the ultimate disturber. But like to me, when Doc's in front of the net, he's like, okay, who's
he's
Lazar has a little bit of that in
him.
Even Dickinson has a little bit of that in him.
Yeah,
now,
maybe
is that going to help them win? I don't know.
Maybe it's just not like guys in primetime positions. Like Kane played in the top 6 for the most part, and if he wasn't in the top 6, he was a top 9, but he was producing.
Right.
And so they had guys in positions that, Perry could go from the 4th line to the 1st line. You don't see that as much. Maybe that's the difference.
Oh, that's Bud Coles.
Yeah, but
not a good player.
It's and he's got a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yep.
I'd like to see his feistiness level rise, and I think that's a guy you could ask that of, and he probably could.
It's a good question. It's I don't think I have a true answer to that,
because most of the year it was like they're not tough enough. And I know Bowman gets criticized, and a lot of the things rightfully so. But the 3 guys he got from Chicago,
they have
added something that they were missing a little bit, which has been good. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Jay, what's your play of the day again?
So it's Minnesota to beat Anaheim,
right,
and Vancouver to beat LA.
So that would guarantee the Oilers that they'd stay in the top 3. They wouldn't be a wild card.
Yeah, so tomorrow,
and it would help them have an angle on home ice.
I keep saying tomorrow. Thursday's a sweat-free game, somewhat, and it'll really open up the opportunity for Connor to go get 50.
I hope he does. That'd be incredible.
Except for the fact that Vancouver's been pesky for whatever odd reason.
The peskiness will go away after they beat LA tonight.
I hope so, because, honestly, Vancouver, what are you doing? You should be tanking.
Yes.
Stop this.
Well, they're so bad they can't even tank properly.
That's the problem. Between them and Calgary, what are you two teams doing?
Well, I saw somebody who covers the Flames tweeting on the weekend. Because who did Calgary beat on Saturday? I can't remember now.
It was it the Mammoth?
Maybe.
I think
maybe it was Sunday.
Or Seattle.
But somebody was tweeting, was like, well, I'm glad Flames fans are excited, but Calgary just leapfrogged the Rangers.
Yeah. It made no sense. What are you guys doing? Just stop it.
Well, yeah, they beat San Jose, then Anaheim.
What about Calgary? Do you know who they beat? Because they played somebody on Saturday.
Yeah, the games are going to be a bit of a blur to me.
Whatever.
But
still ridiculous.
Yeah, they beat
the Mammoth 4-1. Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Bellsy, thanks for coming.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you, of course, tonight, and then you're on the Hangout tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
9 a.m. All right.
Yep.
That's our buddy Shawn Belle. We're live at the Bell in Scona for Kids Sport, Bids for Kids, and Graham from Kids Sport's going to join us after the break.
A few days left in the regular season for the NHL. 9 games today. Kings Canucks facing off LA in wildcard 2 with 89 points, 2 games remaining. They're 1 point behind Anaheim. 4th in the Pacific, 2 points behind Edmonton for second place and 4 points behind the division leaders in Vegas. 2 games in hand on both the Oilers and Knights. Around the league, Jets at Mammoth. The Flyers, they host the Canadiens, while Anaheim visits Minnesota. And to the hardwood, a pair of play-in games in the NBA. Miami, Charlotte hit the court at 5:30. Phoenix and Portland then match up for the nightcap at 8 o'clock. To baseball, the Jays Brewers kick off a 3-game series. Jays 6-9, fourth in the AL East. Milwaukee third in the NL Central at 8-7. Kevin Gausman to the bump for Toronto. Jacob Mizorowski on the other side. First pitch at 5:40. Newly acquired Lenin Sosa is available for Toronto in the contest. The team optioning Tyler Fitzgerald to the AAA Bisons earlier in a corresponding move. 4 games live currently in the majors. Top of the first, Royals, Tigers, runless. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. More with Reid and Jay following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
EST Hangout.
It was an interesting interview the other day where he was asked, how come you didn't play in the tournaments the last couple of weeks on the PGA Tour to get ready for the Masters? He says, well, I really like driving my daughter to school in the morning, then I'd hop on my plane and fly to Augusta, play a practice round, and be home, fly back on my plane in time to pick my daughter up from school. What a world, right? Okay.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. That all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. The Oilers off today after getting a point last night against the Avalanche. Their next and final regular season game is Thursday at 7 at Rogers Place against the Vancouver Canucks. We will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6, hosted by Tom Gazzola, and then he'll be on after the game for the final regular season postgame show of 25, 26?
That's correct.
I can't believe the calendar moved again.
Hey, Reid, can you believe?
It's April, whatever it is?
It's April 14th and the playoffs are coming up.
It's hard to believe.
It's hard.
The passage of time continues to blow me away.
It blows me away every year.
All right. We do have a special guest standing by, wondering when we were going to stop doing a bit.
Yeah.
Graham Dixon is here from Kids Sport Edmonton. We are at the Bell in Scona. Graham, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, very good. Looking forward to tonight. Should be a great event.
Yeah, it's great to see. It's great the work that Kids Sport does. Can you just remind everybody sort of about the mandate of Kids Sport, and the work that you guys do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so we're Kids Sport Edmonton. There's 38 chapters within the province, and our whole mission is to make sports accessible for all kids in Edmonton. And we do that through a grant program called the So All Kids Can Play grant program. Simple application that families can fill out, and all we need is the financial eligibility, and we help get their kids into sport if they're struggling for whatever reason.
Are you able to tell us how many families and kids you're helping annually?
So we're looking to continue to grow. The demand continues to grow. Last year, we were over 4,000 kids that we provided an opportunity to get into a sport program for. But not only that, by subsidizing $1 million+ in registration fees that go directly into the sports community in Edmonton. So
is it registration fees? Is it also equipment and transportation and stuff like that? What's the scope of it?
So we cover the registration fee portion of it. We do work very closely with Sports Central, who viewers may know of, and they handle equipment for kids. So, but we have a partnership with them where anyone that applies and is approved for Kids Sport funding automatically doesn't need to apply there. They're automatically approved to go get their sports equipment as well.
Okay, that's amazing.
Well, and we were just talking about this, I believe earlier this week, is the barriers that payment and registration fees can present. Now, what would the criteria be for somebody that maybe listening that say, hey, I'd love for my kid to play this sport, but man, we're just stretched out too thin? What are you looking for and when people try and get this, I guess, perk from Kids Sport?
For sure. So the things that they need to have on their application is they need to have an address within Edmonton. If they're not within Edmonton, there's other chapters that they can apply to, but we are strictly Edmonton. They need a sport registration receipt, so we do need to have them registered into a sport in order to approve the application. And the final bit of the financial eligibility is we would need their Canada Child Benefit Notice from the most recent year. And we use the Canadian LICO scale, the low income cutoff scale, but we increase that by 50%. So we know if people are just on that cutoff line of the LICO scale that, stuff is tough already. Mm-hmm. So that's why we decided to increase it by 50%. So information's on our website if people do need to look at the numbers and see if they are financially eligible. But I do think that there's more people than may think are eligible for our funding.
Right. Well, it's incredible. One of my biggest takeaways from last year was you had an athlete. Was she a Canada West? Was it a volleyball player, I think?
We had Courtney last year that told a story about how she came from a single parent family. Mom, unfortunately, was going through issues with addiction, and she couldn't afford to get into volleyball. The once kind of the outlet for her as a kid, and Kids Sport was able to keep her into high performance volleyball, which she ended up going through. Ended up being the first child in her family to ever attend post-secondary.
Wow!
And she attributes that to being put on the right path by staying into sport. And eventually, she is now playing for the UFC Dinos volleyball team.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Graham Dixon from Kids Sport Edmonton joining us.
Is tonight? Would this be one of your biggest fundraisers in terms of dollars coming in? And do you have to be here tonight at the Belle and Scona to help out if you wanted to?
It is definitely one of our biggest fundraisers in terms of the things that we can get out of it with our silent auction, 50-50 prize raffle. And then we also have a cash call at the event. If you do want to support and you can't make it down tonight, you can visit our website. I think it might be on the EST website, but the silent auction, the 50-50, and the prize raffle, all online. So you don't have to be here to win.
Right.
Obviously, it's great to have a winner in the building, but if you're wanting to support, there's something in the silent auction to bid on for anyone. 50-50 and prize raffle. The prize raffle is a trip for two or 2 nights at the Jasper Park Lodge, the Fairmont down there, and you can grab a ticket for that for as little as $10.
Oh wow, okay.
And my personal question for me is, what are your expectations or hopes out of the hot stove tonight, which Reid Wilkins is going to be a part of, Dustin Nielsen, obviously, and Mark Connolly and Gene Principe. Do you want like kind of an Anchorman style rumble, EST versus, the Mark and Gene? What are you hoping to get?
I just want it to be a good time. I mean, there is a table on stage, so if somebody was to go through the table,
climb up on a ladder.
That would be great. It would help me as a Bills fan to see somebody go through a table. Honestly, I think it's just, the support that we have from EST with this event is amazing to help us really just spread the word to the community, because kids sport, as much as we do, I still don't think we're known enough in the community of Edmonton for the amount of work that we can do and the amount more we can do for the city here.
Yeah, that's well said. Well, and I loved how you talked about how you help kids, help families, the registration fees. So we have this tonight. So we know how people can help tonight. You're going year round. If people, obviously they can make donations, or are you looking for volunteers, or just how can people get involved with Kids Sport Edmonton if they want?
So, we're always looking for volunteers, whether it's general volunteers, people that want to jump on our board, if people are interested in board opportunities. We do have a fund development committee that, is out there trying to raise more funds by, securing partners through the year. The biggest thing that people could do is if they wanted to jump on and donate monthly, we do have a monthly donation program where $25 a month gets a kid into sport for the year. If somebody is able to do that, it's tax receivable, and that's one of our biggest things is can we get our monthly donors, our one-time donors to just push up a little bit.
Yeah, that's really important to remember. And what can be accomplished with that donation is pretty amazing. Did we miss anything important? I know you got a lot of work to do tonight.
No, just like I said, we do have some last-minute tickets. If people want to come down, you can buy them at the door if you need. But yeah, go online, buy a 50-50, drive that jackpot up, grab a prize raffle, bid on some silent auction items. They all close tonight at 8:15 for the raffles, 8:30 for the silent auction.
Okay, perfect. Graham, thank you so much for coming on with us and all the work you and your colleagues do with Kids Sport Edmonton. It's really incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for EST for supporting this event again.
We're at the Belle in Scona for the Kids Sport Edmonton bids for kids starting in, about an hour.
Yeah.
And then the hot stove. And so all the all the silent auction stuff, the raffles, 50-50s, all online as well.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, I know somebody's mom who's probably buying a ticket right now online.
Oh, really?
So Louise Wilkins loves the 50-50.
Well, and just to let you guys know, like Oilers Loge tickets, Canada, Uzbekistan tickets, CFR, 2026 Elks VIP experience. There's so much on here that it's really it's hard not to find something to bid on. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Graham, thanks for doing this. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, back after the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
Dickinson has played his last game for the Oilers. Hired or fired? Going to be reevaluated here in a little bit.
Am I going to fire it? I think he'll be the same player. I don't know, but I think he manages to get back there.
I think I'd also fire it because the contract's right. I think they'd like to have him back.
I was talking to Tommy and Hernan. The play of these guys, and these guys aren't going to be
2
cheap.
guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Revisiting Creedence. May 15th, the Creedence tribute you don't want to miss. Get ready for a powerhouse performance as the magic of Creedence lives on, delivering the iconic hits with unmatched pedigree, musicianship, and pure rock and roll energy. Don't miss a night of classic rock done right. Revisiting Creedence, May 15th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Must be 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Tons of action in the NHL. Kings Canucks facing off. LA sits in wild card 2, 89 points, 2 games remaining, 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific, 2 points behind Edmonton for second, and 4 points behind Vegas for first. 2 games in hand on both the Oilers and Knights. And around the NHL, 4 games set to get underway momentarily. Devils at Bruins. The Canadiens on the road in Philly against the Flyers, while the Capitals match up with the Blue Jackets. To the NBA, a pair of play-in games set to go down 5:30 between the Heat and Hornets, and at 8 o'clock for the nightcap, Phoenix and Portland hit the deck. To baseball, the Jays Brewers kick off a 3-game series. Jays 6-9, 4th in the AL East. Milwaukee 3rd in the NL Central, 8-7. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto. Jacob Mizorowski on the other side. First pitch at 5:40, and newly acquired Lenin Sosa is available for Toronto in the contest, with the team optioning Tyler Fitzgerald to the AAA Bisons earlier in a corresponding move. Live now in the majors, bottom second, D-backs down 1-0 to the Orioles, and it's runless between the Cubs and Phillies. Bottom second there as well. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, I think we were just on. Oh, here we go. I think we were just filmed.
I think we were part of a live performance.
There's a camera crew here.
There's cameras.
It's incredible.
There's photogs.
It's amazing.
And Mark Connolly just got here.
Some nasties are here.
Yeah.
That's Big Uke. Is that Grumpy Cat?
Grumpy Cat.
Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
We got some of our colleagues here. Well, Belzy was on with us. Matt Owanek's hanging out over there. It's incredible stuff. We're having a great day.
What an event.
We're having a great day. We're having a great afternoon here. Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. We are 3 to 6 p.m. today on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Yes,
if maybe you're wondering, what are these guys like just sign on whenever they feel like it? No, we do it every day. We do it every day. And we have a blast. So iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Now, the reason I say that is you got to tell other people. You got to help spread the word about Edmonton Sports Talk. If you have us on YouTube, subscribe to the Edmonton Sports Talk channel if you haven't already. And for this show, click the old thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
So we were flying out of the gate, but we got to get it going here. We need 12 thumbs to get to 100. So if you haven't given us the thumb, give us a thumbs up. We got to get to at least 100 every show.
We must.
And it helps build the algorithm and all that other fun stuff. Well, I want to get to this clip here as well, Jay. Here's Knobloch after last night's game commenting on the defensive play lately.
Yeah, the amount of block shots and, we're not giving odd man rushes. I'd like to spend a little less time in the defensive zone, so clean up our breakouts and finish plays a little bit quicker in the defensive zone so we can get those pucks back. But I think the biggest thing is just there's so many goals that come off the rush, and I think we've been doing a pretty good job of defending. Forwards coming back, defense having good gaps, everyone knowing their assignments. We've got to continually do that.
All right, so we've seen the blocked shots increase. I mean, they've had a couple games, up mid-20s blocked shots.
Second highest shots blocked total of the season last night.
Oh, good.
26.
So, yeah, that's a lot. And he talked about defending off the rush. Belzy talked about that. The forwards getting back, the gap. And we talked about this at times earlier in the season, where it'd be a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2, and we'd be like, why are the defensemen backing inside the hash mark and giving a guy a shot from the mid slot on what was not an odd man rush? So just a little more. I guess I could use the old cliche, attention to detail, but it's almost just like there's more thoroughness and more commitment. There's more focused alertness.
Okay, but what has changed?
Well, some of the personnel changed.
Okay, can we talk about that?
Of course.
Is the Paul Coffey effect a thing?
Probably, but I also think the trades are a thing.
Well, it does. Having a player like Connor Murphy coming into the team makes a huge difference, obviously. But I don't think you can. I mean, their defensive play is better by quite a wide margin than it was earlier in the season.
Yeah,
and I know that the Paul Coffey hiring or rehiring, whatever you want to call that, was a it was a little bit polarizing, was it not?
Sure.
So could you say now that, you don't know exact numbers.
It's always like,
it's not like you can look to a number and say, well, that number's higher now with Paul Coffey on the bench. But it certainly hasn't hurt.
Okay, well, so I could grant you that that's an impact. I think the personnel has helped with Murphy. I think it's also allowed Wallman to move back to the left side, which has helped. And then I think it's also players recognizing this is the time of year, enough messing around.
Well, Ekholm
we got to defend. And now I also think, I know the players would never, they've complimented Ingram, but they would never say this in the way I'm going to say it. They know that there's a goalie that's going to help them out.
Fair
they
enough.
know if they defend well, and even if it's a B grade shot, it's going to be stopped.
Yeah, that's fair point.
If I'm a defenseman and I give up a grade A chance, I'm like, okay, I put my goalie in a tough spot. I'd like him to bail me out, but I also realize I'll look him to spot up. If I'm a defenseman or a forward defending, and I'm like, I pretty much did what I'm supposed to do. I took away as much as I could, but I respect the other offensive players. I took away as much as I could. The goalie's got to take away that last 10%. I think now they know that Ingram's doing that. Yes. I don't think they praise Ingram. I don't know if they would put it the way that I'm putting it, where they sort of criticize their past goalies.
Sure.
So to me, it's, I guess, those 4 or 5 things. And yes, I'm not saying Coffey hasn't helped, but I don't think it's all Paul Coffey.
No, it's not.
It's
a combination of things. And when you're playing in front of a goaltender that you trust, and you say, yeah, he's got my back, I got his back, it builds the team unity, right? But yeah, I mean, this team, the way that they're playing defensively, the way Connor Ingram is playing in net, it just, and this is something you said, Reid, that I want to remind our listeners of. When Connor Ingram was signed, when he was brought in, and you said right off the bat, what a story this would be if Connor Ingram can be the guy that leads this team.
Yeah.
Right? And takes them into a playoff and goes on a deep playoff run. The way he's playing lately, would you not think that is a great possibility, especially if the Oilers get back some of their key players?
Yes. And this is why I can't, quite frankly, I can't write off the Oilers. I can't. I can't do it because of the high-end talent, and now maybe a goaltender that's going to keep them in games and give those offensive guys a chance to score a winning goal in the last 5 minutes because it's 2-2 and not 5-2 for the other team.
But earlier in the season, you also said, and quite frankly, I agreed, that this is not the same roster.
No.
That this is a different team. It's not as talented. You talked a lot about goal differential leaving in the offseason.
The goals that left, yeah.
Right? And how those are going to be made up.
Yeah.
But I think the moves that were made absolutely need to be applauded because they were the right moves. They weren't a sexy. I mean, when Jason Dickinson came in, we were at Mr. Mike's.
Yeah, that's right.
In Bonnie Doon, and we were looking at what's this player going to bring to the table?
Yeah,
not a flashy offensive guy, but he's proven to be a guy that can drive a line.
Yeah,
a guy that can play the right way and set the tone for other Oilers.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting too. I mean, Bowman gets heavily criticized. I think, quite frankly, a lot of it is justified. But, I mean, what if the Oilers go on a decent playoff run? I don't know if they can win the Cup, but what if they go on a decent playoff run and Dickinson, Ingram, Doc, and Murphy all do their jobs to a T? Yes, I know the Jari trade. I say this all the time. There's a percentage of Oilers fans who will never like the GM nor the head coach, no matter how successful they are. But would Bowman salvage some reputation with some fans if they won a round or two, and those four guys were key reasons why they won?
Well, if he didn't, if Bowman didn't salvage some of the opinions of fans, hi, there's Hernan,
good guy.
Then that would just be, I think, unfair, because yes, absolutely, he should have salvaged the opinion of some fans, and yeah, it's just been that's been an interesting development since the trade deadline. Is the opinion, because Reid, there's a percentage of fans that'll never forgive management for the Darnell Nurse contract.
Sure.
Right? So you're always going to have that. But yeah, if they can go on a little bit of a run here, you have to say that the right moves were made.
And we don't know Dickinson's status, by the way. We should emphasize that. We won't know that probably till after the regular season. This is Buying or Selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Okay, let's look at some key games, Jay. Ooh. Tonight, Anaheim at Minnesota. LA Kings at Vancouver.
Yeah.
So right now, it's Vegas 93 points, Edmonton 91, Anaheim 90, LA 89. This is in the Pacific Division.
Yeah.
All the teams have clinched a playoff spot. Right now, LA is the second wild card. Though they're now only a point behind Utah. So actually the bracket could be. We thought it was like guaranteed that the second wild, like things, they've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So things have gotten moved around here a little bit. That's the fun part, because 3 weeks ago, Tom would ask me, can the Oilers catch Anaheim? And I was like, well, they can, but Anaheim has games in hand. And then the Oilers caught Anaheim, and a week ago it was like, well, the Oilers got the inside advantage on first. And now it's Vegas. So anyway, those are the two big games tonight. On Tuesday, none of those teams play. Wednesday. Jeez,
I know. I'm mixed up.
I don't know if I'm coming or going. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and Vegas is home to Seattle. That's their last game. So if Vegas wins that game, they would get first.
Yeah.
Because Anaheim at most can get to 94. Vegas would get to 95 and take care of things. And then Vegas doesn't play Thursday. And then on Thursday, Edmonton ends against Vancouver. LA ends in Calgary, and Anaheim ends in Nashville. And, of course, we thought that might be a big game for Nashville. They're now out already. So here's the thing. Ignore everything else for a moment, or assume that so I've listed off 6 games here.
Yeah.
Assume that Vegas, Anaheim, and LA all win those games. If Edmonton beats Vancouver, they're third. They stay in the Pacific Division, right?
Yep.
Now, does it look good for the Oilers to get first place? Well, Seattle has to beat Vegas in regulation tomorrow. Has to.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely has to. And then Anaheim has to drop a point along the way as well. LA cannot get first, right? Because if they got
they can. The max they can get to is 93.
Let's say Edmonton and Anaheim all lost. LA could get to 93. They don't have the tiebreaker with
They'd then be second in the Pacific.
but LA could get second. LA, after being like, I gotta admit, I wasn't taking LA seriously most of the year.
Well, Reid, they're on a 5-game heater right now.
Is this their longest winning streak of the year? Like the Oilers didn't have that. I can do it. But you know what I'm saying? Because the Oilers didn't. It took them so long to win more than three in a row.
Kind of lost track of what.
Like the Kings were basically
up
like.
there, though, Reid. I mean.
Well, because they haven't been a great team. LA 5-3-4 in October. They won 4 in a row in November. At one point, LA was 10-5-4. Then they didn't. December they were poor, 4-7-2. Yeah, this is their longest winning streak of the year.
Well, what better timing, right?
They went in February. Nobody played a lot of games because of the Olympics. They went 1-4-1. Like it looked like they were just failing. Look at all these overtime shootout losses, just every week, like just over and over again. And now they've won 5 in a row, and it's got them in the playoffs. Well, it is the pillow fight division. Yeah. You can wait all year to have LA and Edmonton basically both waited until the last 10 games to have a 5-game winning streak, and as a result, they're in. That's all they needed.
What do you think is going to happen?
You want me to predict all these games
I want
now?
you to be Mr. Reid Nostradamus here. Tell me what's going to happen. I think Vegas is going to win the Pacific.
I think the Oilers are going to get second.
You do. So that means they're going to have to win tomorrow night when they are.
Yeah, I know, Thursday.
Thursday.
Well, because you're used to every second day. Okay, I think here's what I'm going to say happens.
Okay.
I'm going to say Vegas gets first, Edmonton gets second, LA gets third, Anaheim drops to the wild card, and it is Edmonton and LA for the 5th consecutive year. And I love it. I love that it's happening over and over again, actually. I'm the opposite of everybody else. I say bring it on. Bring it on again.
The only reason you wouldn't like it, because history has shown that the Oilers have dominated them. Well, not dominated them, but they've
won
every
series. Yeah.
But if it's the thought process of, well, soon enough something's got to give. Soon enough the Vegas or the Kings have to beat the Oilers in a series.
Well, who says
the
law of averages.
The law of averages,
but not everything is equal. It's not like if I flip a coin and it's heads 7 times in a row, the law of averages says it'll eventually be tails. The Oilers could beat the Kings every time they play in the playoffs, and I think they would this year.
I wonder what the record is for most consecutive play. I mean,
well, there used to be only 6 teams.
I know, but since expansion,
since to like 30 teams or even 26.
Yeah, I'd say even go to 26. Like, because this would be
5 in a row,
the 5th year in a row.
Yes. I'm not bothered by it if they play the Kings again. Like, why not?
Well, I'm not really a superstitious person, but there is that thought in the back of, I think, any Oilers fans' head.
But it's still, what I'm saying is it's still decided on the ice. It's not decided by a law of averages.
They got the bread man.
Yes, he's dangerous.
He's dangerous.
Yeah. They got.
What about Anze Kopitar?
They have Kempe still, like how you like. Is he forward or defense?
Well, since Jim Hiller's gone, I think he'll
just play forward.
Play forward. But I mean, look, the storylines are there for the Kings, all but forgotten about. Right? They get Panarin, things turn around. Their goaltending's been performing well of late.
Well, and Forsberg would be the goalie.
Yes, he would be.
I think anyway.
The Kopitar, going out story, that would be headlines. Is this the way he wants to go out, or is he going to take them on a run?
Right.
That's what I'm saying is like,
okay, yeah.
The eye test is a little off on that. That's all.
No, fair. No, I understand. I'm fine with it. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget about the Tap 25 $21.99 prime rib special. Great deal. Available 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. This is available for dine-in and takeout. $21.99 prime rib special. Do you want to go to the inbox for anything before we get dusty?
Jason and Leduc, if these guys perform well and Bowman can't keep them because he screwed up, then it's a problem.
Oh, if they all wound up walking, yeah. Mm-hmm. Was Doc signed for next year? I can't remember. I know Dickinson and Murphy are both gone.
I would be shocked if they couldn't lock up Connor Murphy. And in fact, just the way that you hear Jason Dickinson speaking about this team, I do think he likes being an Oiler. Now, money talks.
Sure.
Obviously. Let's see here.
Where's Doc? Is he an RFA
Yeah,
still?
he's an RFA.
He's still an RFA, so the Oilers control that.
Yeah, Jason Dickinson currently going to be heading into as an unrestricted free agent, 2.125.
And what's Murphy? Murphy's also a UFA.
Murphy's a UFA at 2.2.
Because he was at 4.4 because Chicago retained half, right?
That's right. So, you're not going to get a major pay bump there.
Right.
But with what Connor McDavid did in saving them all this money, it should allow you to re-sign both these guys.
You would hope, yeah.
Now, we have yet to see them perform in the playoffs, which is a totally different
and quite frankly, to be fair, we don't know if Dickinson's going to at all.
Fair enough.
Knobloch could come out on the weekend and be like, oh, yeah, I have a shattered foot.
I'll tell you one player who could do wonders for their bank account come playoff time. Jack Roslovic.
Yep. Even if it's not with the Oilers. Yeah.
Well, exactly. If he has a playoff here, I mean, he's proven what he can do on the ice. He's putting the puck in the back of the net. I like the way Roslovic plays. I just don't know do the Oilers have players that they have already in the system on their team that could become Roslovic without having to give Roslovic that term?
Yeah, that'd be the hope. I don't think they want to pay Roslovic $5 million. Ideally.
Yeah. Ideally not. Correct.
780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can also post in the nasty chat on YouTube. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can still jump in with a funny suggestion for the off-topic topic for William Huff. Name a pub after an EST employee. We've had some real good ones.
Why don't we get some Dusty?
Dusty will have some ideas.
He's
Dusty's
right
coming up in about 2 minutes. We still need 5 thumbs on YouTube to get to 100. So if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do that. We're here at the Bell in Scona. People are starting to gather. I think people come here to hang out anyway, but we also have our Kids Sport Bids for Kids event presented by GS Instruction coming up after the show. You can stream some of the presentations and the hot stove starting at around 6:15 on the EST channel on YouTube. So that's pretty cool. Back in a couple minutes. Here's the Coop.
Tons of action in the NHL. 9 games on tap tonight. 4 games live right now, all in the first period, about midway through the opening contest. Hurricanes up 1-0 on the Islanders. Canadians, Flyers scoreless. Bruins with a 2 spot on the Devils. 2-0 in that game. And it's goose eggs on the board between Columbus and Washington. Another game of note. Ducks, Wild, they drop the puck at 6 o'clock, and the Kings and Canucks face off. LA sits in wildcard 2, 89 points for them. 2 games remaining. 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific, 2 points behind Edmonton for second place, and 4 points back of Vegas for first, with 2 games in hand on the Oilers and Knights. To the NBA, pair of games get going in the play-ins at 5:30. Miami challenges Charlotte before Phoenix and Portland hit the deck for the nightcap. To baseball, Jays Brewers kick off a 3-game series. Kevin Gausman on the mound for Toronto. Jacob Mizorowski on the other side. First pitch at 5:40, and newly acquired Lenyn Sosa is available for Toronto in the contest, with the team optioning Tyler Fitzgerald to the AAA Bisons earlier in a corresponding move. Handful of games live in the majors. Currently 3-1 for the Phillies, up on the Cubs, top of the third and bottom third. D-backs trailing 1-0 to the Orioles. The Reid Wilkins Show returns with Dustin Nielsen. On the other side of the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. That all starts with one.
The Oil Stream.
Let's start with the positive. He's on the ice. He's skating with the team, taking a full morning skate. That's good. And listening to what he had to say, listening to what Chris Knobloch had to say, because Knobloch said that he anticipates Draisaitl's timeline to be sometime in round number 1. And then you listen to Leon, and he said it felt like it was something more serious than other stuff he's dealt with.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province. There has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Yeah.
All right, we're back at the Belle in Scona. Oh, my goodness, we have hit 100 thumbs on YouTube. Thanks, Paul. You can go home now. We didn't even let him. He's in the tanks.
I think he's a little wobbly.
You can smell the brewing today. It's pretty cool. So we got the Kids Sport Bids for Kids event coming up. A lot of people coming into the Belle in Scona. This is an awesome place. If you're coming tonight, you'll love it. This is also just a cool place to come, I think, if you want a snack, have a beer or whatever, hang out with some friends. Really good spot. Dustin Nielsen is here from the Nielsen Show, 6 to 9 a.m.
Good to see you guys.
Every weekday on Edmonton Sports Talk and Cruise FM.
Our paths never cross because I'm a morning guy and you're the afternoon
really,
guy.
It's like it is funny though. Like, to be fair, in all seriousness, we do see Dustin and I see each other quite a bit because you're there till 1 or later. I usually get in around 10.
We usually catch you after you're done your 12 o'clock show, then or your 11 o'clock.
I'll see you guys before I leave. Yeah.
But I was doing my Bob Layton voice earlier. Like I actually once I started doing Inside Sports, like I never saw Bob. Twice a year.
That was it.
Yeah, even Halsey I didn't see a lot once you start doing Inside Sports.
Coming in and doing the evening stuff. Nice and quiet around.
I'm gone.
It's like when the pandemic hit, Eric and we had the option of like doing the show at home or still going in, and everybody else did the show at home, but Eric and I went in. So like we had the whole Bell building to ourselves. It was good. Like Yukon and McCord at the time were still over on the Bear doing their show. That's all we saw. Like we had that whole building to ourselves for like a year and a half.
Isn't that
was awesome?
Tecmo was.
That's all we did basically. Tammy, I do the show till back then we were on there till 10. Do the show till 10, and I get home at like 1, and Tam would be like, "What was going on?" Right. I was like, I had a lot of extra work to catch up on
paperwork
during the pandemic.
Oh, I got to clean everybody's office.
Meanwhile, I'm playing 4 Tecmo games. Oh, those are the days, man. Those are the days.
Dustin Nielsen joining us on the Oil Country Towing in-person hotline today.
Hey, can I tell you a quick story? I don't think I said that last time we were here. But like that table right over there to the left of the pole, that is where I first met with the Play Alberta guys to start the journey on our partnership with Play Alberta.
Oh, excellent.
Very first time I met Jordan. I knew Matty McPhee a little bit. But we came here. We had like, I don't know what time we were here, but there was like nobody else here. And we kind of sat at that table right there and just started to work on what has become a very great relationship.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And, of course, Oil Country Towing Hotline, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. I was having a flashback there. Someone cutting me off in the middle of a live read.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Anyway. Jay, you may have to take over now. That's the dire.
Jay, just talk about
something. We're laughing fit.
Hey, okay,
laughing about old times.
Well, and I don't know what you're talking about, and that's okay. But there were some names. So our off-topic topic today for William Huff was, what would you name a bar or pub after an EST personality?
Oh.
And one that came in, well, you have to tell him yours because it was Dusty related, but what about
the other one was
Rose?
Dusty Rose?
Yeah.
That's not bad. I think Nanso's has a good ring to it.
Nanso's.
I always call her Nanso's.
I forget who it was in the inbox, but it was the Nasty Club.
Oh yeah, that's an automatic one.
But you could do like
in 10 years we might have a thing called the Nasty Club Bar.
Dare to Dream
next door. Exactly. That's right. Take over the space next door.
Dare to Dream.
The one really good. I can't remember who wrote it now. I'm sorry. It was the Dust Inn, and it was also a hotel.
Oh, the Dust Inn.
And every room had a picture of LeBron above the bed, and the menu was just chicken tenders and Diet Coke and.
I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
I am here for that. That's a great idea. That's very clever play on words. I like it. And you can rent the room by the hour.
Oh, jeez. I had an idea
for naps. Yeah. For naps.
That's a good idea.
Just for naps.
It's for people who work the morning, like early mornings.
Yeah, I went home and napped for about an hour today. It was nice.
Yeah, just need a quick refresh.
Fell asleep watching Count of Monte Cristo.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Some of Jim Caviezel's finest work.
Oh, right. I never saw that. How is
that's a good movie, man. Yeah. I like that movie.
How do you find
Guy Pearce is in it, and he's a really good bad guy.
At Count of Monte Cristo on a Tuesday afternoon at
what prompted you to throw
3?
that in the DVD player?
Well, I just put it on my phone, and it lays next to me on a pillow in the bed, and I watch it and fall asleep. I've got about 20 movies I rotate through. I've crushed a few of them lately, like what's the one? Snowden. Very boring, quiet movie. Like I like it, but it's quiet. There's not a lot of action.
Again? Was it Gyllenhaal?
No, it's who's the guy? Gordon Joseph Levitt.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah, but Social Network, those ones like that are kind of like quiet like that. I like to put it on I fall asleep immediately. Like sometimes I don't even get through the opening credits.
Have you finished any of these films ever?
Oh yeah, it takes like 4 or 5 naps, and I'll finish it up. So,
like someday some famous director is going to come for an interview, and you'll be like, "Hey, I watched the first 7 minutes of several of your films.
I watch a lot of the early stuff. Tonight when I fall asleep, I'll finish up the Count of Monte Cristo when he escaped from Chateau d'If.
Oh, nice. I'll have to watch.
I think you'd like that movie.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, I've tried to catch as much as I love movies. I haven't watched as much the last several years, as you guys know. But I don't know if you heard yesterday. On Friday, I watched it's 20 years old now. The Devil Wears Prada. Because I've never seen it. I said you'd probably like it's good, and I love Meryl Streep.
There's another one coming.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out, and then I watched American Made, the Tom Cruise pilot one. Where he's like,
I watched that when it first came out.
He's working for the CIA and running drugs.
True story, right?
I read about it after very loosely, but inspired by.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That happens.
I don't know if it would be quite. If it was a totally true story, that's very concerning.
Yeah. I haven't watched that one in a while, though. That would be a good one to run back.
It was pretty good. I mean, Cruise directed it.
He directed it.
Or sorry, no, Cruise was in it. Doug Liman directed it, who did like Swingers back in the day. He did the first.
I've never seen Swingers.
Movie. Oh, yeah,
I think I'd really like that.
Yeah, too. I thought that one would be in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Favreau. Was Lyman with Lyman did something with those guys. Okay. But Favreau's in it. I think that was Vince Vaughn's breakout.
Vince Vaughn, yeah.
Yeah,
that's where he kind of became the guy he plays in most movies.
Yeah, they play NHL 94.
I know I heard they play. I've seen a couple of the scenes, but that is like Vince Vaughn is the same dude in every single movie. But it works out really well.
Well, you guys, he's got a brand, and he sticks with it. All right, so tonight we're hot stoving it.
We are hot stoving it.
Yeah,
and you know what? I've hosted a lot of different events and hot stoves and stuff, and this one's great because Graham, who
He was on earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's really good at this stuff, and he's a big time listener of stuff. And so he sent me like 10 great panel questions. So I didn't even questions. No, he just scroll. I'm kind of hosting it, so I don't want to spoil the questions for the guys. So yeah, it's very well prepared.
Oh, you're hosting.
Yeah, I kind of like host the thing.
Okay.
Right, so what's Connolly doing then?
Well, Connolly's the MC of the event.
Oh,
and he's joining us on the panel. I'll like throw questions to the boys, but they provided me with a bunch of good questions, way better than the stuff I would have come up with. So
is there a curveball?
Am I going to be embarrassed?
It's not going to be a 60-minute Norris Trophy debate.
Is there
a lot of good stuff?
Okay, let me ask you this, and you don't have to say too much, but is there a question directed towards Reid about something that happened in the past?
Like, we're not going over that again.
Are you about what I'm thinking? How he didn't hire me?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to bring it up.
I think that's well documented.
I'm going to bring up how Gene Principe is like the biggest ad man in town now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, hey, he's got the Pizza 73 thing.
What's it called? The Principe pepperoni?
The Principe recipe.
That's
what
what
they're calling it or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's a busy guy. He's got to leave at like 7, so we'll have Gino for about 50 minutes. But we'll be streaming the whole thing live on this channel on YouTube and stuff, so it should be good.
Yeah. All right. Dustin Nielsen's here from the Nielsen Show. We're here at the Belle in Scona. Great spot. Now, again, if we keep repeating this, but if you missed it earlier, there is a silent auction and a raffle and a 50-50. That's all on the Kids Sport Edmonton website.
Perfect.
As well. So there's ways to help out and participate without being here. We'd love it if you could be here, but there's other ways to jump in and help.
This was the event where some guys bought a thing to go for dinner with me at Ruth's Chris.
Okay.
And actually, one of the guys is from Job Site Workwear. You know him.
Okay. Yep.
Anyway, so they buy this dinner, and I show up at Ruth's Chris. I hadn't been to Ruth's Chris before. I'm not a real fancy steak boy, right?
Yeah.
I walk into Ruth's Chris, and I had a hat on, and you're not allowed to have hats at Ruth's Chris.
No.
So I took it off, and I'm trying to fix my hair, and then I go up to the table, and all 4 of those guys are completely bald. All 4 of them, like completely bald, like not like a little bit left. All 4. I kind of looked. I said, "This is kind of ironic. Like I wanted to wear a hat. Now my hat's messy, or my hair's messy, and you guys are all completely bald." It was the first time I ever had dinner with 4 completely bald guys. And it was a great experience. Like good dudes.
I haven't been to Ruth's Chris either. I'd like to go there.
Ever?
No, we should do a show from there.
Oh, yeah, we should.
I don't think you're allowed.
Probably not. By the sounds of it.
All right, so we're going to be doing the hot stove. Having a lot of fun. This is a really cool event. What did you think of the game last night?
I thought it was a good game last night. I think some people, not a lot of people, but I think a few people were genuinely pissed at me this morning for being like, it's not the end of the world. Like it's okay. I think to me, there's a couple like positives. First of all, Ingram was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, I think there's a long way to go here. But you watched that game last night. You're telling me that you're going into a series conference final against Colorado, and people are going to be picking the Avs to sweep the Oilers to beat them in 5? No chance. Like they'll probably still pick them to beat them. But I thought the Oilers played those guys pretty tough last night. So, yeah, I mean the shootout was interesting. Neither goalie really did much. But I thought it was a good hockey game last night. I'm not beat up about the loss last night.
Yeah, I mean, disappointed they couldn't score on the 5-on-3 for sure, but it wasn't the same power play.
Well, that's the thing. The power play is not what it is, like especially without both of those guys.
Yeah.
But it just hasn't been what it was with Leon, and we shouldn't be surprised. He's like top. What is he? A top 3 power? Might be the number 1 power play trigger guy in the entire league. Like,
you know what? I don't think we've ever specifically talked, and I know, I don't always love the what ifs, but I'll throw this out there. Leon Draisaitl could retire as the greatest power play player of all time.
Oh, man. Are those waters you're drinking over there? Or?
Well, okay.
OV. Brett Hull.
Of course,
I think
Lemieux in their own way.
Gretzky
but
torching power plays. But, I mean, I think you could say already he's probably a top 10 guy. Power play all time.
Well, and there's
still time to go.
Here's a hypothetical.
For a guy who doesn't like what ifs, he's got a lot of what ifs.
Yes, I certainly do. Does he do, in terms of the way he can set up though and score? Does he do more for the power play, the Oilers' power play, than Ovechkin does all around for the Capitals' power play?
I mean, Leon does most of his damage from one spot. Like, how many of his power play goals are scored from not in that zone?
What else passing, he open up? That's what I'm saying.
Like, well, I mean, I don't know, man. I think most of the passing of that power play is just McDavid.
Well, but you can't deny what's been happening since Draisaitl.
Well, yeah, that's true. Similarities is that Ovechkin couldn't be stopped for 20 years on the power play, and Draisaitl's not going to be stopped for 10 more years on the power play.
Yeah,
right?
like
they're
longevity and all that.
I think Connor even forgets that he's not there sometimes when he's buzzing around. I think he takes a peek over and he's like, oh, crap, now what am I going to do with it? Which I think you saw a little bit on the 5-on-3 last night, but hopefully they'll get him back at some point in the first round.
Why did I go to this page?
What are you looking at, power play goals?
I'm trying to get power play points.
All time?
Yeah. Why did it take me to this page, which I don't want? Okay, we just go all time. Power play points.
Notice how big his cursor is?
That is a huge. What is that? What's
yeah, because when because of my eyeball.
That is the biggest cursor I've ever seen.
Did you see who's second in power play points?
I see now, and that surprises me.
I did not know that. Okay, so we got to narrow down the range here. So it
was Ray Bourque who was second, by the way.
Yeah, which is
So
I'll just go back to the turn of the century. Okay. I love that we can say that now. People of our age, especially, like I remember things around the turn of the century. Power play points since the turn of the century: Ovechkin 621, Crosby 610, Thornton 532, Malkin 530, Stamkos 467. McDavid is 10th at 416. Oh, where's Draisaitl? He's not even there.
There he is.
Where?
19th.
371.
Okay, what about the goals, though? Let's do goals.
Power play goals.
He's a straight-up sniper on the PP. Like
Ovechkin, 331. Stamkos, 241. Draisaitl, 6, 178. Yeah. He'll pass Iginla and Malkin. Well, I guess
this
Malkin,
is, of course,
Crosby
since the turn of the century.
Since the turn of the century. Look at the games played, though. Like, he's going to pass these three guys in about 2/3 of the games.
That's true. So, for instance,
okay, so Ovechkin's the best then.
Malkin's at, 187 power play goals. And how many points? Move your fat cursor. 1,269 games
Reid's
played.
cursor takes up half the screen.
Yeah, I needed to see.
Draisaitl's played. So, yeah.
You want to see some
of the
creepy?
games.
You want to see something creepy, Dustin?
Sure.
I use dark mode for Microsoft Word.
What?
Yeah, look at this.
Is that because of your eyes too, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't mind it. No, it is the first time I've ever seen this used by a human in this fashion.
It's usually used by a
this
human.
is hardly a human,
Justin. Usually just
but so, okay, but when you print it off, it still prints in white.
Prints normal. You don't have to.
That's why the
doesn't automatically.
Did you? Are you the guy who's activated reused paper at the office? Is that your stack of like scrap paper?
And Coob.
We keep some scrap paper between us and the board.
Okay, but over by the printer, there's like
Coob.
that's
Coob.
okay. Yeah.
Coob does that.
Hey, Coob, good stuff there at the technical desk.
That's good stuff, Coob. Thanks for saving the company a few pennies along the way.
Coob that might have been Coob's greatest staff meeting performance.
It was until he went to the chore draft and tried to take the same chore again.
Yeah, like
that's not a part of the meeting, though. That's not a part of the meeting.
But you're so nervous about the chore draft, Coob. By the way, I've noticed since you've been on garbage duty, it
got taken out today, but it was nasty this morning. I curse. I don't. Coob, did you do the garbage today?
I did. Yeah.
Okay,
good.
Good boy.
It needed to be done.
Good boy.
I know somebody left it all full.
Oh, don't even start with me, Coob.
Jeez. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and, of course, sports betting. People can still get in on your play of the day.
Yes. So it's the best case scenario for the Oilers. So that's Minnesota to win.
It must have been pretty big odds, eh?
Plus 480 something.
Yeah.
That could happen.
No.
Vancouver's been on fire lately. I think Minnesota's going to outright beat Anaheim today.
Minnesota's sitting like everybody.
Yeah, still.
Anaheim's
going up a teeth.
They're barely.
There you go.
They're barely. What's a duck do? Paddling.
They paddle their feet under the water.
They're barely doing that.
Well, and the ducks
treading water.
I don't know if you know this about ducks, but their feet are moving like crazy under there.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So why do they look so calm on top
That's
of
the thing.
the
That's
water?
the most incredible thing about it.
Oh,
like they're just sitting there all calm and cool, but those feet when they're moving are just like insane.
I wonder if anybody could make a metaphor for life out of that. Dustin, thanks for coming on this program, buddy. We'll see you upstairs.
I look forward to being on the hustle with you.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
That's the one and only Dustin Nielsen. We're at the Belle in Scona. Here's the one and only Coop.
Four games live in the NHL, all nearing the first intermission. 2-0 for the Flyers against the Habs. 1-0 for the Hurricanes against the Islanders. And the Bruins in the first 20 minutes have put 4 goals on the Devils. Another marquee matchup. Kings Canucks facing off for the nightcap. LA in wildcard 2, 89 points for them. 2 points remaining. 1 point back of Anaheim for third in the Pacific. 2 points behind Edmonton for second place and 4 points back of Vegas for first, with 2 games in hand on both the Oilers and the Knights. In the NBA, the play-ins kick off today. Just a moment, Miami, Charlotte will go at it before Portland and Phoenix hit the court at 8 o'clock. In baseball, the Jays Brewers kick off a 3-game series. That one just getting underway. Top of the first, runless for that one. At bat there for Milwaukee, Jacob Mizorowski. And will be Kevin Gausman to get the call once the Jays head to the mound. Other action, bottom 4th inning, Royals up 1-0 on the Tigers. Giants down by 2 against the Reds at that same time. And also top of the 3rd, Nationals with a 3-1 lead on the Pirates. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Afternoons.
Jason Bukala, he's talking about Evan Bouchard for the North. He goes, well, it can't just be all off. Said he didn't kill penalties. Said he didn't play against the other team's top player. That's all false. If you're going on a show and they're asking you about a player outside of your market, how about you just say, hey guys, outside of his stats, I don't know.
If you really want to find out who the best defenseman is you have the players.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino proudly presents Revisiting Credence. May 15th, the Credence tribute you don't want to miss. Get ready for a powerhouse performance as the magic of Credence lives on, delivering the iconic hits with unmatched pedigree, musicianship, and pure rock and roll energy. Don't miss a night of classic rock done right. Revisiting Credence, May 15th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Must be 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right. Thanks a lot for checking us out this afternoon. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We are in the mobile edition of the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Afternoons just got a serious upgrade at the Canadian Brewhouse. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. Make the smart move and head to the Canadian Brewhouse. We are at the Belle in Scona today, 80th Ave here in Old Strathcona between 104 and 105. And the Kids Sport Bids for Kids event is starting shortly, I think about 6:15. We're going to do the hot stove. I'll be part of that. Great fundraiser with a silent auction. So give us a couple things that people can bid on online, here or online.
Yeah, so for instance, this is under arts and entertainment. You can get tickets to the VIP tickets to the Great Outdoor Comedy Festival, Bailey Zimmerman concert, Folk Fest tickets, Guns N' Roses, Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, he's quite goofy.
Yankovic or Vitch?
Weird Al Yankovic, I believe.
Right?
Vic, yeah.
Okay. There's several different restaurants on here. Ruth's Chris, Belle and Scona, 4-course dinner for 6 people. Go to, Bids for Kids. Kid Sports. Jeepers. Kid Sport Bids for Kids. Just Google Kid Sport Bid for Kids. It'll take you to the site. But
all right,
plenty of ways to get involved.
All right, it's been a great afternoon. Belle and Scona, excellent job hosting us. And, of course, we are still going to do our words of the day.
We must.
For the Edmonton Public Library. See, you knew this was going to happen, didn't it, Jay? You sent it to me, and I didn't have it ready.
Just to put my name in, Jay.
Oh, yeah, Jay. Your free EPL card can do more than you might expect. From books, movies, and video games to digital resources, creative spaces, and learning opportunities, there's something for everyone across Edmonton. Sign up online at epl.ca/signup or visit any of EPL's 21 locations to get started today.
Okay, first word of the day. Recondite. Or is it recondite? Hang on.
Well, I don't know this word at all. I think I can spell it, though. Recondite.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so I spelled it right. So this makes me think of reconnaissance. Is this the process of looking over something?
No.
Okay.
The candy has the perfect balance of sweet and tart, but what delights me most are the recondite facts printed inside the wrapper.
Like trivial fun facts, like a form of trivia related to something. I don't know.
I don't know. You tell me. Recondite is a formal word used to describe something that is difficult to understand or that is not known by many people.
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
I still don't know if I understand the word. I think the word recondite is in itself recondite.
That's a good one. Where am I here?
So 1 out of 2. At least I spelled it.
Second word, enjoin.
Enjoin? Say again?
Enjoin.
Okay. I feel like I've been doing fairly well spelling them lately. I'm just going with what I think is obvious. ENJOIN.
Correct.
Enjoin. So it must have something to do with joining or connecting, bringing together. I'll say, but I wonder if this is related to something specific. Is this like the process of joining things together, but maybe in kind of like construction or metallurgy or something like that?
No.
Okay.
Our guide enjoined us to take great care as we began our journey.
Reminded us as sort of a reminder, but in more of a warning type of way.
So to enjoin a person is to direct or order them to do something.
Oh, okay, so I didn't get it.
Oh, boy. 2 for 4.
It's actually quite a simple definition.
Not bad. You know, being in this party atmosphere probably threw you off a little bit. I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's been a good day. We can probably wrap her up here, Coop, because we got to put stuff away. We got to get upstairs as well. Thanks to the Belle and Scona for having us. Thanks to Kids Sport Edmonton. Thanks to GS Construction, of course. They're sponsoring tonight's event. It's going to be good. You can stream it on EST starting at about 6:15.
Yeah.
On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a great evening.